What is going on, friends, family, fellow resellers, and fellow YouTubers? I'm Tom with Queen City Picker, and welcome, welcome to another edition of Let's Talk About It. And tonight, we're just going to talk about anything y'all want to and have some fun. Hey, just Pamela, how are you tonight? Well, good to hear that. That's the link if you want to come in, if you got time to. A lot of other people are coming in. Hopefully joining us. Anyhow, after what seems like 20 weeks of hi Mike, hi Mary, hey Kid Steals More. After what seems like 15 weeks of Valerie being gone, and I've been helping her get her morning show covered, I just haven't felt like doing a Thursday night show. Hey there, man.
What's up, young man?
Can you hear me, Todd?
Yes, I
Okay.
can hear you.
Okay, just making sure. Dang. Hey, Summer. Hey, Nana Beth. Anyway, what I was saying, Valerie's back. She's doing a good job of taking her show back. So I thought I would start doing mine again. But I really didn't have a topic for tonight, so we're just going to talk about whatever anybody wants to talk about. We're going to just have a radio talk show here. So if anybody wants to join in the chat, in the group, I can throw the link out there. All I ask you for is to be nice. That's all I ask, and that's not a lot to ask for. And there's the link. I think Nana Beth is asking if anybody's doing managed payments. I think everybody's waiting till it's mandatory. So Todd, tell us, how was the rummage sale today?
Oh my God, Tom. I don't get angry often, but I got angry today.
Is your girlfriend holding out on you?
Oh my God. I was going to save it for the morning show, but I don't know. Give me a minute to collect my wits.
Okay. Well, if you want to save it for the morning show, you go right ahead.
No, that's
You'll
fine.
sleep better tonight if you get it off your chest.
This lady. Anyway, I'm just now getting over all the in-laws over here. There was babies, there was swimming, there was grilling hamburgers, there was maybe an adult beverage. There was.
Was that today?
Yeah. I just now got the house back from 6 hours of assault. But they're all good folks, so we enjoyed it. I got to hold my little grandniece for a few minutes.
Well,
That
good.
was pleasant. You know, every once in a while there's a baby that just doesn't cry much and just kind of just sits there and is a baby. And you just go, oh, you're so cute. And you're kind of enjoyable to hold because you're just like holding a baby that doesn't cry. And yeah, that for 6 hours, that baby did not fuss one time. I was like, you're not like my sons. When they were babies, it was like at least once every 2 hours, there would be fussing or I need my, crying because the diaper need to be changed or fussing because it was hungry time or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But this baby just sat there and I'm a baby. Hey. So I never got
Mike,
that. I never got to have a baby like that.
Mike wants to know whether you were sexually violated, Todd. It's okay. We won't make fun of you. Was it Carl? Unquote.
Oh no, no. This okay, back to the topic now. Okay,
Okay, before you start the rummage sale thing,
okay.
let me fill in the people in the background. Todd has this love-hate relationship with this volunteer at a rummage sale he goes to on a regular basis, and
Every
usually
week.
Todd every week. Usually the day after, if he doesn't pop in at some point after he gets back, he's usually pissed off because the lady's holding out on him. So go ahead with your story, Todd.
Okay. Gotta do some looking up here.
Hey, Ansley.
Give me a moment here. What were
Go
the
ahead.
name of those?
True 72.
I gotta collect my bona fides.
Go ahead.
You know what bona fides are?
Nah.
Did you ever see a movie by John Wayne where they kidnapped his grandson?
Uh-huh.
And John Wayne went in and he was gonna collect his grandson from the bad guy. I forget the name of the bad guy. Another famous cowboy actor.
Yeah, and he always played bad guys. John Wayne was Big Jake, and his grandson was Little Jake.
Yeah, and the kidnapper had to have bona fides that he actually had captured the grandson and was holding him. So that's anyway. I got to collect my bona fides.
Okay.
Let's see.
I'm glad all of y'all are devoting a little time to it for me today. I appreciate it.
Okay. How do you screen share on here?
Okay. Let me just say, okay. You want to go to the bottom, share screen.
Am I screen sharing it?
You should be.
I think so. All right. You see these boots right here?
Uh-huh. Those are cool looking boots.
I had the opportunity to buy a pair of these today. And they were sitting on a table in the hallway of the rummage sale. And I picked them up and there was no price tag on them. So I said, I need to find somebody to find a price. So I went into the men's clothing area and said, is there somebody that can help me find a price for these boots? And the lady that helps out in the men's clothing area says, well, let's go see if we can find the women's clothing person. And so she went into the women's clothing area, couldn't find her, and somebody told her that the lady was upstairs. So the men's clothing lady went upstairs to see if she could grab the women's clothing area person and put a price on these boots for me. And she did. She left, and I went back around to look at the jewelry while she was gone. And the lady came back with the boots, and she had on the boots a piece of blue painter's tape on the heel of one of the boots, and it said $10. And of course, she set the boots down on the jewelry counter, and the jewelry lady came up and said, the one that I don't like very much, because she's messed me up over and over and over. She said, oh no, we can't let those go for that price. After she looked at me, and I was like, okay, how much are they then? And she ripped that blue painter's tape, and it kind of messed up the outside of the boots when she ripped it off. And she said, these are $25. And I was like, mm-hmm. So, I was like, okay, thank you very much. And this is about the 58th time you've messed me over.
You know what you should have said, Todd? Say, you know, that's the price that y'all put on it. And that's the price you got to sell it for. Otherwise, that's called price baiting, and that's against state and federal law.
Yeah.
Because I know for a fact, and anybody that's listening that's worked retail before, especially in North Carolina, they come around and audit stores every once in a while. And the price that's on the shelf better match or be less. I mean, the price on the shelf had better match or be more than the price when you scan it. Because if not, that's a little tick mark, and you get too many tick marks and they can shut the front door. But anyway. So you didn't buy them for $25?
No. I was like, I walked off. Anyway, at the same sale, the same jewelry lady has some auctions going on for some gold jewelry, right?
Right.
Okay, I'm done screen sharing.
You done? Okay.
There's a 14 karat aquamarine ring that I put a bid on. And it's a silent auction. It ends on the 1st of August. But there was last week another gold ring in the same auction that wasn't there today. And the page was missing from the silent auction book. You know, you write your bid down in the silent auction book. And then come the 1st, if nobody outbids you, then you win the auction. And the ring was gone, and the page to make your bid was gone. I said, what happened to lot number 2? I wrote these down last week. What happened to lot number 2? She said, oh, I needed to collect more information about lot number 2. to make sure it's what I thought it was.
That's the same lady that
The same lady,
who runs that place? Her?
not supposedly. And I'm like, really? You started an auction on an item and then it's just all of a sudden not there anymore? I said, well, will it be back by next week before the auction ends? She said, I'm not sure. I'll have to get back to you on that. I'm like, you pulled this, you started an auction on a piece of gold jewelry and you pull it and it's not available anymore. I'm like, oh my God.
Tom, you're just too nice. Todd, you're just too nice, dude.
No, I
would have had to say, who runs this place? I need to have a talk with them.
I did that. I got on Facebook today and I contacted a person that I trust at the rummage sale and sent him a Facebook message. Who do I contact about some concerns I have? And boy, I'm going to fill up their ear.
Because you spend money up there every week.
I have spent probably $2,000 at their rummage sale the last couple of years.
Well, you need to let them know that you're a regular buyer.
Yes.
And you're getting to the point that you don't feel like you can, you're getting a fair deal, or things are on the up and up there.
Yep.
Hey, Julie, glad you can make it in.
I used to buy watches at the rummage sale on a regular basis, and all of a sudden, a couple of months ago, all the watches are being sold to a buyer wherever. The lady told me it's in the big city, whatever. And that we can get more for the watches than we can sell them for here. Well, they don't even give us an opportunity anymore.
Right.
Hi, Tom.
Hey, Luther, how you doing? It just doesn't seem like. Well, I understand they're a charity and they're supposed to be raising money for whatever they raise money for.
And I have absolutely no problem with that. I've given them at least $2,000 over the last several years for items that they price and I buy, and I may resell it or I may keep it and use it. And I have bought lots of stuff from them that didn't work. You get it home and you plug it in and it don't work. So I just throw it away. I don't take it back. I don't try to get a refund. Yeah. So
somebody over here said, you need to claim elder abuse.
I do that.
I think these old ladies are older than him.
Yeah, this lady's older than I am, and I'm old. But that old biddy, I mean, I don't get it. If you're working for a charity and you want to get maximum dollars for your items, I'm a buyer. I'll go in, and if it's a fair value and I can make a buck in return, I'll give you what you ask. But if you're going to pull shenanigans,
that happens all the time, though.
I am not
all the time. It happens.
I am not very happy with the. I mean, you're standing there with a pair of boots in your hand, and the lady says, "Oh no, that price is no good. Here, I've got to change it, and more than double the price."
That's against the law. It's against the law in Canada. It's against the law in the United States to do that.
Yeah.
Well,
we were just
I know
talking
that.
about that. Hey, Pamela.
Hello. Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Hi, Pamela.
Todd, have you met Pamela
Hello there.
Lothar?
I've met
First time I
Lothar.
met her.
Pamela, you're kind of new to me, but you look awful cute. Anyway, but yeah, I'm not gonna make waves with a local charity that I have made a lot of money from
Right.
reselling their items. And
Yeah, no, you know what? If it was like, if it was $5 more, I can understand, but not twice the price. It'd be a
yeah,
little
she
bit
went.
different.
They were marked $10, and she went to 25 on me. And this was after I got help from other people at the rummage sale to price the item. And this is not the first time she's, yeah. So it's going to
I
come
went to
to
an
a head,
auction.
and I'm going
The
to
same
try
thing.
to stay
Yeah.
anonymous to her because she knows. She looks at my eBay store. Yeah, I sold a watch back in February for quite a bit of money, didn't I, Tom?
Yeah, you did.
You were a witness to that. And she made a comment the next trip I made to the rummage sale. Whoa, you did very good on your sale of a watch. I saw that. Mm-hmm.
Oh. So that's what she did, and that's against the law. I would have just told her that's against the law. I'll pay the price, and that's it. But we went to an auction. And I was laughing because it was a estate auction, and everyone was bidding on everything else except this watch box, and it was filled with Rolexes, old Rolexes, and people didn't want them. And I didn't have the money to bid for them because they were asking the bid was $1,000. There's probably $250,000 worth of Rolex watches in that box.
Um,
I called around for money at the same thing.
Todd, Kathy wants to know if you want her to come pay this lady a visit for you. Do we need to start? Kathy, you need to change your name to the Enforcer. Drop the Kathy Renault and just go to the Enforcer. The Enforcer.
I mean, if you just met this woman, you would think she's the sweetest, nicest, cutest, little old wrinkly, raisin skin looking person. just a very sweet, and she's a volunteer for the Lutheran ministries, and they raise funds so that the elderly can have nice things. And man, I just don't want to get into it with.
How much were the boots?
Okay, let me screen share again.
Yeah, I just wanted to see how much the boots are.
Okay.
But they're not new, are they?
Price. That wasn't a sold price, was it, Todd, or was that the sale price? On the one.
Originally, there was no price marking on the boots, and I asked a lady to help me find a price for them. The lady took them to the women's clothing department person. The women's clothing department person put a price on them, and when she brought them back, the jewelry counter lady grabbed them up from both me and the lady who brought them back and said, "Oh no, we've got to have more for these than that." And she went from a $10 price tag to $25, which the boots may be worth that much.
Who makes the boots?
I'm trying to screen share here. Am I there yet?
No, not yet.
Let me see if I can get there.
I can rewind it. I have no problem. I got two computers open anyway.
Let's see. There
it is. Right.
Yeah.
Well, there it is right there.
Okay, a pair of boots just like this. This is a sold listing, I believe.
Right.
And I mean, basically, the jewelry counter lady grabbed them out of my hands and said, "Oh no, we can't sell these at that price." And she said they're going to be $25, and I was like, "Really? You're not even in the women's clothing department?" Anyway,
Well, whoever's got the boots there for $190, that's still cheap because they're worth 400.
I don't know
knows
about
what they're
that
worth.
in used condition,
Oh,
but
they're used?
yeah. But so were these. These are EUC, excellent used condition. You see that
Okay.
right there.
Yeah.
But I mean, this lady has done things like this to me for two years now. This isn't the first instance of this lady at the jewelry counter blocking a purchase I was trying to make. I used to buy watches at this rummage sale all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And this same jewelry counter lady now has found a buyer, she says, in the big city, because we live in a small town, that will buy everyone she can get and pay a better price than they can get for them at the rummage sale. I was like, who's to decide that? You didn't even give us an opportunity to buy these.
I bet you what she's doing is she's taking those watches and taking them to a pawn shop or to a seller in the city. So she's probably got like really high end watches, and I guarantee they're either probably, you know, super high end where she can get $1,000 for it. She's just getting smart, right? That's all she's doing. You do the same thing if you found was it like a Rolex watch? You know what I mean? If it was a vintage Rolex watch, you'd try to find out everything about that watch and try to sell it for the highest price.
Hi, Valerie.
Hi.
Hey, Valerie, let me address something that's going on in the chat. Craig, thank you for not wearing your Speedo. That was the topic can be anything goes, long as it's clean. Okay, and it's
Craig's
not.
wearing a Speedo.
I didn't say anything about your what clothes you're going to wear.
Anyway, okay. I'm done venting until tomorrow morning on Chick Picker's morning show.
Woo, I can't wait.
God almighty. I mean, Chick Picker has heard me gripe about this lady for 2 years now,
I know.
right?
Yep.
And boy, did she pull a couple of swift ones today.
I heard all about it.
Oh, did you hear it all?
I did. I heard all about it.
I got the buy of the week though.
What'd you get?
Okay, when I went to this auction, the only thing I had like a couple of bucks. I had $40 in my pocket. I just wanted to go through at the estate auction. All of a sudden, they're saying, well, there's a whole bunch of stuff there. You can actually have it. It was free. Like, you know, just grab it. And then I go, really? Oh, so I just grabbed this. There's a Pokemon gold piece I got for free. And I looked it up on the internet. It's worth $1,000.
Cool.
No way.
Yep.
Sweet.
That's really good.
$1,000. It's they only came through, and it's Japanese writing. It's only got Japanese writing on it. They're worth $1,000. The cheapest one I saw was $989 for this gold piece.
Cool.
Wow.
Valerie, have you met Pamela?
I don't think so. I don't think I've ever met you.
Pamela,
I want to
is
hear
Valerie, Chick Picker.
Pamela's story.
We'll get her to tell it in just a second. Valerie has a morning show, which I'm sure you're at work when she does her morning show.
Yes.
She is a clothes fashionista. She does Poshmark and all that kind of stuff. So if you ever have any questions, I'm going to volunteer to send her a message.
If I don't know
about it.
If I don't know the answer, I can find out. Or I
Yep.
can help you find out. So, you know.
So just Pamela, tell us about you, which you've already told me, but tell these other folks that hasn't met you.
Well, I'm mostly into glass. I like glass, even though it doesn't sell that well. I like Carnival glass, and I have a channel, and I'm into cruising, gardening, and basically antiques and vintage, and I do a little bit of selling.
Now, when you
Awesome.
say cruising, are you talking about Main Street or out in the ocean on a boat? Because
Ocean cruising.
when I was in high school, it was if you went cruising, you got in your 1960 Ford and you drove up and down Main Street and pretended to act tough for the girls. You're talking about being out on a cruise
On the
ship,
ocean.
aren't you?
Yes, and I just had a little bit of a snag that happened today.
What
to do
happened?
with,
Uh-oh.
Was it an old lady that worked at a jewelry counter?
Mine's not so bad because I'm still going on a cruise no matter what.
There
Oh,
you go.
that is gorgeous. Is that the Pokemon thing?
Yep.
Hmm.
It's
Put
a
your-
certain kind.
Put your
Is that
hand
the one that-
behind it. If
Those
when you're
weren't the
showing it,
collectible
put your
ones,
hand
the ones
behind
that-
it.
Okay.
There you go. Perfect.
Yeah.
Oh,
Let
my
me-
son had like 50 of those when he was little.
Yeah, and this one here,
Is
the writing on it, and it's got a number on the back of it, right? So the number is like a 4-digit number. They only made like
wow.
1,000 of them.
Right.
So like there's different kinds with different gold faces, like with different things. But there's some that are so rare that they're actually like a collection item.
Wow.
So it's just certain things we don't like. These people didn't know. Like I said, they had a box of Rolexes there, vintage Rolexes. I didn't have the money to buy them,
Hmm.
and
Were they-
no one. There
Were
was
they
a reserve.
Rolexes or were they Rolads?
No, they were Rolexes. They were probably. So I think the newest one was probably 40 years old, and the rest were all older than that.
Oh
And
wow.
no one wanted them. I go, go take them to the States somewhere. You're gonna get money for them. You know what I mean? And people, no, they don't sell. They don't do this. No, they're like there had to be over $250,000 in that one box.
The Rolexes can be authenticated easily.
Yeah.
Not these ones.
Real
They
ones.
all had the paperwork to go with it.
That's money. That's big money.
No, and it's Canada is like that. You'll find stuff what people will bid for. And this is how stupid this was. There was a guy there. You know the milk crates they deliver milk in?
Yep.
He goes, I don't want the items, I just want the milk crates. He bid $300 on milk crates.
On a milk crate? Are you crazy?
No, yeah, on the milk crates. There's like 40 of them. He bid
Oh,
on
okay.
the
That's
milk crates.
different.
He didn't want any of the stuff in them. So he was just dumping everything in a bin, and I'm going through this stuff. Like, there's nothing I really wanted in there, but it was just like stuff from a state, like books, like all the. I looked at I think someone picked out a book that was like maybe $400 out of there. You know, like it had the encyclopedias in there, and he just dumped everything out into a bin, and he just took the crates for $300.
Pamela's from north of the border too.
Oh,
And I'm
okay.
not talking about,
Ontario.
yeah, she's not
Manitoba, Winnipeg.
Mason Dixon line. They're talking about your glassware over here in the corner. According to Pamela's husband, they're not selling very well at all either. On the last show, she said he was like wanting her to see if she could move a few more of them.
My carnival glass. Those I keep though. Those are my keepers. Yeah.
Actually, they found out what it was, and they auctioned it off for $30,000. There was a vase there from Pablo Picasso, and they had the paperwork and everything with it, and they got $34,000 for it.
Wow. I wouldn't have been bidding on it.
No, but stuff like that could be up to, if you took that to California, to LA, you'd probably get 3 times or 4 times the amount of money. It's our location. Wherever your location is, if you find really good stuff, you don't sell it where you are. You take it to California where people have money. You take it where the money is.
Well, this is it. Like what I found with where I am in Ontario. I find that when you know the different auctioneers, some auctioneers just specialize in certain things that they can get good money for because they have the crowd to compete for those items.
Yeah.
Because
I have
where they
I have
can't even
three
give away
paintings.
gorgeous furniture.
Yeah, I have 3 paintings, watercolors. They're worth probably $5,000 each. I cannot sell them up here. It's just impossible to sell these paintings up here. If I would take them to the States, I could sell them in a few minutes
There's-
because people know they have a buyer to buy those paintings. We just don't have the buyer, and people don't have the money here to buy up stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's just the people in the States are a little bit more luckier than us, I think.
Yeah, well, there's a
When it comes
couple
to
of
that.
auctioneers that are pretty good in Toronto that can sell that actually have people that
Commissions are way too high, though. Commissions are way too high.
yes,
Like I said,
actually, you know
the whole
what?
thing.
You're right because Waddington's is a lot of money for their Waddington's is a lot.
Like if you have something rare, take it down to the States, take it to LA,
Yeah.
take it to California, get your money worth. You probably get triple what you would get in Toronto.
Hmm.
We would not make the money up here to get it because I remember going to an auction and 6 people showed up and no one bid on anything.
Oh
They
my
just went there
God.
to sit. And there was good stuff. If you had like $1,000 in your pocket, you could have gotten home with a van load of stuff, and I mean nice stuff.
You know
Like someone
what?
made.
When you talk about that, I went to an auction a couple years ago in St. Catharines, and
Yeah.
it was like a sort of a children's store that was selling out. Well, they're not selling out. The auctioneer was auctioning everything, and you could tell because they had so much stock in that place that you know why they went out of business.
Yeah.
And at the end, when I'm going home, I was opening my door and shoving items and closing my door because I had so much stuff and I didn't spend even $100. My car was packed.
That's why I always tell Americans come up here for the weekend if you ever find out there's an auction for storage lockers, and come up here with Canadian money and $100 bills. And as soon as you flash those $100 bills, everyone will leave, and you could just spend $100 on a locker.
Yep, I've seen lockers go for under $100 a lot of times.
Yeah. And they're amazing up here. A lot of people store a lot of stuff and they don't pay for the locker. But I think in the States, you have a volume of people. Like you're stuck with this stuff up here. I mean, I have stuff still online for probably the last 2 years already.
Oh my gosh.
It just doesn't sell in Winnipeg. People just don't have an interest in it. There's no collection or no collectors. But if I would have take that down to the States, I could probably get 3 times its value for it.
Mm-hmm.
Oops. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
Uh-oh.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. I'm trying to flip through my screens to take care of something that was going on in the chat. And
Killed Lothar.
yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that.
Killed him.
Whoops.
You took him out at the knees, man. You chopped him off.
There,
Still
Kathy.
here.
Sorry if I I will never be able to pronounce your name. I'm sorry.
Lothar.
Lothar.
Yeah.
I said it right.
Like Arthur,
Did I?
but Lothar.
Yeah, Lothar.
I can't do it.
Or
I'm from,
Lota. Doesn't matter.
I'm from Central Texas, which is somewhere close to Canada, but I still can't pronounce your name.
Yeah, you're below me, so we're in the same time zone.
Okay, there you go.
I was. Hey,
That
Kathy.
makes us like cousins.
Or Kathy and Marcel. Excuse me.
Hey, how are y'all?
Hello.
I was watching the Grand Ole Opry on YouTube, and there was a 10-year-old fiddle player on there, and I think it was Ricky Skaggs asking, "What's the difference between a fiddle and a violin?" And the little boy said, because the little boy's from Texas, he said, "A violin has strings, a fiddle has strings."
That's right.
Right.
Okay, Lothar, you and that smoke. I mean, you had to fight about that smoke now.
How about
I feel like I'm in
blow your
like
smoke
Wonderland.
how about
Well, I'm
blow your
vaping,
smoke
that's
or your
why.
steam or whatever it is to the like off screen?
I feel like I'm in a whole different dimension when you do that.
Yeah.
Pass, man.
Hey, I quit
What's up,
smoking.
pass? You ain't passing very regularly.
She's in a
Tomorrow is my
steam room at eBay Open.
Yeah, I know, right?
tomorrow is
Okay,
my 2-year anniversary of quitting smoking, so I went to this instead. And
Congratulations.
I'm not paying
Good
$18 for a pack of smokes. So
I'm
I'm
sorry.
considering it.
I'm sorry. How much for a pack of cigarettes?
$18.95 for a pack of smokes.
What?
Oh, that's more than us.
Yeah. Give me a second.
Oh my gosh.
Oh
I
wait,
do
hang on.
that.
Hang on, wait. I hear a strange voice. What is that voice right there? Oh my gosh, what is that chick picker's voice? Is
Yep.
that her? Oh my god.
It's me in the flesh, baby.
Hey my love, I've missed you.
I'm here.
You have been gone way too long. I've missed you, love.
I miss you too.
That's the longest 20 weeks I have ever had in my life.
I know,
It was 5 weeks. Don't
I thought it was
over-exaggerate.
23 weeks.
I mean, by
Now,
tomorrow
listen.
it's gonna be 50 weeks.
There's only 52 weeks in a year, and I know I ain't been gone a year.
We
Come
have
on now.
missed you. God, oh my God, we've missed you.
Hello, Pamela.
Hey, Pamela, you're new to us. Hey.
Hello.
I love the way.
Hello.
Hey.
Pamela,
It's your grandbaby, so
She's
you may
like
hear
beauty
someone else.
queen there. Beauty
I
queen
know.
wave.
yeah,
That's my signature wave.
part of the
Awesome.
Commonwealth. That's her queen wave.
That's our queen wave.
Are you sure you weren't on a float at the Rose Parade back in 19?
I don't know, Todd, but I might be moving to Texas too because I like your politician people. They're better than everybody
Yeah.
else's.
Okay, we'll leave it. No politics. No.
That's tomorrow.
I know.
Okay.
Politics is dangerous.
It is.
Nah.
Now, but Pamela, subscribe to Kathy and Marcel, and they will drop you a note because they have a Friday night. They have a Friday night friendly politics show.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yes.
and they would probably like to know how things go on the northern side of the country. You know.
Oh, I follow your politics really a lot.
Oh yeah. You definitely got to subscribe to our channel because it's actually
I'm
kind
not one of those woke and go broke people. I think she knows what I'm talking about.
we may have to have you in the panel then.
Let me
Sorry
take
about
you
that.
a little bit of housekeeping right here for a second. I posted a video a couple of days ago about
Sorry,
Valerie
I
being
can't.
back. About her being back. If there's anybody in the audience that is not subscribed to Chick Picker, you need to subscribe to her. And she has a morning show every morning, Monday through Friday at 9:00. Usually that lasts a couple of hours. On Sunday, are you still doing the summer one? The Sunday ones during the summer?
Yes.
It starts at 9:00 too.
Yeah.
Eastern Standard Time, by the way.
Yep.
We don't count any of those other ones.
No,
Everything's
we do. The real time is Central.
That's it.
Shut your
It's
face,
8.
Tom.
That's what y'all think. Hey, Linda, glad you could join us tonight. So, if anybody is not subscribed to them or anybody else that's in the chat or on the panel, please feel
What is your channel name?
It's MFR Productions. Hang on, we'll put in. Well, I'm talking in the chat. If you'll look on there, click those little 3 dots, and that'll be his channel. We're on his channel tonight.
Okay.
You see where the MFR is? Click the little 3 dots and
Don't take Sadie's wrench. Yeah, it's a fun time. We just talk about a bunch of different stuff, and we have.
yeah,
But yeah,
nothing personal.
no.
We don't get. We're all friends, so we don't want to make anybody mad because I go on there because I'm kind of an opinionated person. If you don't know that by now, but it's all it's all good. So
But
that whole
Valerie's channel, if
Canadian
you go
thing, that
Valerie's
whole
channel in the
Canadian
morning,
government's a mystery. We only see that pretty boy on the news every once in a while. Y'all's prime minister, if that's still the same one you've got.
Justin Trudeau, yeah.
Yeah.
His dad was prime minister too.
So
Yeah.
I know they would love for you to come in and talk about your politics, since we had a brief little conversation about it the other night, and I know where you're leaning to. But anyway, I'm glad everybody can make it in here tonight. And I was looking to see if anybody else can. Mr. Sadie, how far? What are you doing in there that they want to take your wrench away from you?
Mr. Sadie's always being bad. Yeah, we joined it last minute. I forgot that you even did your Thursday because you've been doing the other channels you hadn't been doing, or the other shows you hadn't been coming on it on Thursdays.
Yeah. And there's like 3 other shows that's on at this time, but I was like, screw it. I was there first.
I know, right? Yeah. But yeah, I mean, we do good with Valerie's channel in the morning. We talk about everything between reselling, boobs, butts, and everything else in between. So
Yeah.
it's a good time.
Whatever comes up. They
That's
don't
right.
have a topic.
I can tell you this is one of about the best channels we ever found with Valerie is to hang out and have a good time. You better come see us.
Yep.
What is it? 372? No, 472 tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
470
you've been doing
four-
a long time.
472 shows or videos, or this is the 472 show.
Right.
That's the correct way. But there's like I think there's 900 videos on the channel, actually.
Yeah, no topic required, like Ansley said. There's no topic. We'll talk about everything.
We've been doing it since December 6th, 2016.
Yeah.
So,
Oh my God, that's
I have a
before I
question
was
for-
born.
I have a question for Tom, real quick. Are
Sure.
you going to have your own channel, or what's going to happen? Are you going to
This
be?
is my I'm gonna
You said-
take my Thursday night back. Since
Oh, are
Valerie
you?
finally came off of vacation,
Oh, okay.
she's gonna do her show now until she goes on vacation again. And
and you know it's going to happen.
yes,
Yeah.
I do.
We got grandbabies. She got grandbabies coming, so you have to give her that pass.
Yep.
So she will have her show back, and Sally was helping do it too. So
Yeah.
I don't want to leave Sally out.
Nope.
It's kind of a blur. Those whole 5 weeks are kind of a blur.
You did good, Tom.
Yeah.
You did
Um,
good, Tom.
I
So are
appreciate
you going
it.
back to Google Hangouts?
No, I'm going to stay on. I'm going to stay on this or Zoom. I'm going to reset my computer up this weekend to see if it's my computer that's causing the
Because
Zoom.
Google Hangouts is not going on. Supposedly it's staying on. So
Is it? Are they saying now that they're not getting rid of it?
no, they've never said that to begin with. They've been telling
Oh,
people they haven't.
I'm-
been.
No,
I'm-
it's
It's
going-
going to the chat. It's going to a business chat and a meeting chat. It's not going to be where you can do it live on YouTube.
Right.
It's
That
going,
was
it's not
Casey.
going away, but
Not
it is
gonna-
going away for YouTube.
I have seen, at least in the United States, I have seen the official email saying that it's going away.
Yeah.
No, it's already done. They dumped Australia. I think if you're still in here, I think it was last month they dumped Australia,
Oh, okay.
and apparently they didn't give them a heads up on it about it at all. But
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
it's officially going now. That was what they're saying. But I have because if you look at a lot of the hangouts, a lot of people have already dumped hangouts and gone to the duck.
Sure.
Because people that have a community that they work with all the time, they can't wait till the last minute.
Hmm.
And with y'all looking at the interface for your StreamYard, there's no advertising on it. And I have a feeling that they're going to regret, just my opinion, I feel like they're going to regret getting rid of Hangouts because people are not going to be looking at advertising.
Yep.
So I'm either I'm gonna be bouncing back and forth between StreamYard and Zoom. I like a lot of features of StreamYard, and I like a lot of features about Zoom. But I can't afford to. Well, I could if I wanted to. I'm not going to subscribe to both of them. But
Yeah, they show up, doesn't
Yep.
doesn't show up really good. But okay, never mind. It's just something I got for sale, but it's
So, yeah, I'm gonna
it's our next prime minister. Don't worry.
yep, the duck. That's what I call it, Treasure Vintage.
The duck, eh? Okay.
Because when I StreamYards ends up being Stream everything else. Streamlabs, they have slobs. They have the Streamlab OBS. But anyhow, yeah, I'm back, unfortunately.
You're so wishy-washy. Yeah,
You know
you're
what?
a socialist. What are you doing?
You think about 2 to 3 hours every morning, and God bless Valerie that she's done this for so many weeks. You drop 2 or 3 hours plus 8 hours on Wednesdays and Saturdays when you're doing the competition.
Yep.
That is a lot of time.
Yep.
And I'm one of these people. I can't if I've got to watch the chat and what's going on, I can't. I've already tried it. I'm not good at trying to list stuff while I'm.
It's difficult. It is a hard thing to do. I mean, during a listing challenge, I'm lucky to get 10 listings up. If I get 10 listings up, I'm doing really good because keeping the chat going, keeping the conversation going. It's a difficult thing. It's not easy by any means.
Len said they've brought. I'm sorry, before it scrolls by and I forget it because I'm old and I forget things.
Okay.
He said, yeah, apparently they brought it back in Australia for some reason. But I'm sorry, you were saying. Well, you're a woman. You're a woman. You can take care of a screaming baby and wash a load of clothes, iron clothes, do a load of dishes all at the same time.
Well,
run a business.
What are you lying to?
Hey Tom, I don't want to break in
I have
there.
2 grandchildren. I'm lucky if I can go to the park and keep up with both of them. I mean, I'm ready for a nap at 6 o'clock.
Tom,
Even without the
Tom,
kid.
I don't want to barge in there, but I want to ask you a question. How much would you pay for a trunk like that? Like, how much would you offer on a trunk like that?
$10.
Depending on what's in it.
I would say 20, but
Yeah,
What
in
does
the
it look like
$10
inside?
to $20 range because I can buy because I've got them all over the damn
Yeah.
antique stores here in Charlotte.
Okay, those things don't exist up here. $60. I could probably get 800 for it somewhere else.
really.
Where?
In Toronto, in her area, I can get 800 for any of them.
Holy cow. Yeah. You ain't gonna get maybe at $20, $30 here.
Stuff like that. See, that's how things sell out west and things sell out east. If you go more east, things from out west sell more out there, and stuff from out east sells more out west. So
Yeah, people
so
would
you
buy
guys
one
would-
in Ontario.
yeah.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go buy one of those and send it to my dear sister Pamela that's living with her old man in Canada.
I have a clawfoot tub I can send you too that maybe might sell a lot better.
What, a clawfoot tub?
Yeah, one of those old big old clawfoot tubs that everybody wants to give me like $1 for here.
I thought you sold it at the yard sale.
No,
Not
no.
Depends
They
what
have
size it
local
is. Though.
holes here.
Oh, you should
think
be
it's
able
gonna-
to get hundreds for that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I want to bring some real Texas tacos to Canada one day and just sell them for $50 each.
You probably make it too, John.
No, I know. It's what, about 90 cents Canada for every $1? Is that what it is?
No, it's less.
I mean,
it's like 75 cents
It's
per
what?
dollar. 75 cents to $1. So it's,
Approximately, yeah.
yeah, it's pretty
Yeah,
low
the
right
Canadian
now.
dollar's getting a lot like the peso.
Pretty much. But hey, you can come up here and shop for twice as much, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And then I don't know. That depends on what you were looking for and what you want to buy. Because, like I said, we all live in a different. We all live. You live across. We all live across North America, and well, I mean, there's people who live 2,000 kilometers or 2,000 miles from me, where price and things are different. What you can get for a price out there, you can get like triple the price for some things out there. Like board games. There's so many board games in this province, in this city, that you cannot sell them, and they sell them for like $10 a piece. You go somewhere else, you can get 300 for them.
I'm going to bring
strangest thing.
100 Texas dollars and go up to Canada and buy Saskatchewan.
You can have it.
Please take a picture of it.
There's not one pretty whole woman in the whole province.
Todd,
Oh,
Todd,
I'll be looking at the trees though. They have pretty trees.
You can't buy anything in Canada. The Queen owns everything.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Queenie.
hey Todd, we'll pull our money.
Elizabeth
We'll go
the
up there and
lizard.
buy Saskatchewan, as you say, and we're gonna make it the frozen country of Tom, and the capital city can be Todd.
All right. Well, okay.
I think there is a Todd, Saskatchewan.
So is Bigfoot up there or what?
No,
No.
no, he's in LA.
He's
He's in California.
He saw him, I bet you.
No, it's completely different. Like how certain things sell. Like I noticed that like jewelry, certain places like in the States, jewelry won't sell, but if you go to another state over, it sells better. And I guess I don't know if you figured that out, Tom, where you have more states you sell to than your own, or like you sell across America, of course, I think, right?
You know, I sell more stuff outside of the state than I
Than inside the state.
probably sell 20 things outside the state for every one that I sell in state. Don't know why, but that's just the way it seems to work out.
Mhm.
I sell a lot to California, but
He
they're
sells
the
to Germany.
California is the
You
fifth
sell it to
largest
Germany?
economy in the world.
Well, they're going.
That's
You know, they're
amazing.
getting ready to add a value-added tax. So they'll have to start paying a VAT tax going into California.
Are you kidding me?
Tom's
I
up, Phil.
I heard one of those fanatics talking about it on a YouTube video. Now that it's YouTube, so everything you hear on YouTube is true.
Todd, you better ramp up your game now.
Huh?
Todd's got to ramp up his game now.
I know.
Oh, I don't have to ramp. I've got products that Californians want.
I know, right?
Ah,
Wow, you got hiding.
and I tried to get more today, and I was thwarted by a wrinkly old bat.
I'm telling you, all you got to do is say the word, Todd. I'm there. It's on. It's game. We got the trunk. It's big enough to fold about 5 bodies up in that sucker.
And we can sell it for $300 to Canada. So
Exactly.
we're good.
Yeah, but it depends where you sell something in Canada, because you can come up here and nothing will sell. You'll be stuck with it. You'll be taking it back home. So you really got to find out what
You can
people
go up
really
to Canada to buy.
to buy and take it back with
So
you.
trust me, I can sell anything up in Canada, no matter what it is. I can sell it. But
Good luck.
it's some bodies if they keep messing with Todd.
Yeah, but what do you want to sell in Canada? I'll tell you right now. I could tell you what I mean, you can go onto Facebook where they sell stuff here, and it's loaded, and the stuff hasn't changed. It's still on there. It's been on there for a month. Stuff does not sell up here.
It was just a joke, Lothar.
Yeah, well, I know. I'm just saying it's certain things. I guarantee if I put some of this stuff on here, what's on my on this Facebook page, and I sold it in the States, I could probably get rid of it real quick.
I've got a buttload of Speedos that will work well in Canada while they're riding their snowmobile.
Craig, where are you at? He got some Speedos for you. You can wear them on your live show.
But this guy's been selling this typewriter for at least a year now, and it still hasn't sold, and he only wants $75 for it, Canadian. So that's like $40 American.
Where's that for sale?
Winnipeg.
And they can't sell that?
Because it doesn't have a snowmobile motor on it.
I've actually sold a few typewriters.
They're big money because people put them out on bookshelves or something like that, just for like an ornament. They don't really use them. They put them next to their books, right? If they have a nice home.
Night, love you.
Like no one offers this person
Thank
anything
you. I
that's been
love
on
you
here for
too,
years.
Kathy.
Good night, I love you too.
It's a grandbaby saying night, night. Sorry.
I held,
Love you.
I held my grand niece for about 20 minutes this afternoon, and it was like, it takes me back to when I had babies myself, and then I got over it and handed her back to her mom.
It's a sweet thing to hold a
Yes.
little baby.
See bunches.
I can't wait for my little granddaughter to be born. She's coming in November, so
Oh,
That's
lovely.
fun.
that'll be number 5.
I'll give
Babies
you about
are great.
10 more.
Babies are great until you have to change diapers, and then I'm like,
That's
You
why
know-
it's even better because you
Yep.
don't have to do that stuff.
Yeah, I don't have any children.
Oh, I thought
Aw.
you said the other day yours were grown.
Yeah,
Neither do I.
I wanted children, but I never got to have any children.
Aw. Well, you'll have to find some children to care for. Nieces,
Yeah.
nephews. You can be a great aunt.
Yeah. Well, my story that I tell everybody now is that when God was giving out children, some people reached up and helped themselves to too many and didn't leave any for me.
Oh,
Well, you know what, Pamela? There's this thing called adoption.
I went through the process, and I think it was timing, and I didn't have the people from the agency were not very nice with me and my husband.
Ah, that makes a big difference.
They kept when I was dealing with the to get my home study, you needed the social worker or whatever to do the private home study.
Right?
So he was over at our house, and it was almost like, oh, well, you're going to need to get this piece of paper again. Well, by the way, I just got one in the mail. I opened the envelope in front of her, and then she's like, well, you're going to need to do this again. And I'm like, well, I just did it again. And here's the stuff. And she kept making excuses.
oh gosh.
You should have changed. You should have changed home study groups.
Exactly. And, my best friend, she got a child. So, I take part in that child's life.
awesome.
Okay,
Right.
I have one from Russia and I have two from Australia. I have two from Ukraine, and my twins
You need a bath. Steve Booty.
turned 21, and my oldest one's 22, and we've had them since they were Sergey was 10
Hi,
months
baby. We love you.
Good night,
and
baby.
the twins
Thanks,
were
Aunt.
2.5 when we got them.
See, that's
Thanks,
lovely.
Auntie.
Yeah.
Yes, I have 2 daughters, and they live on separate or opposite coasts. One lives in North Carolina, the other lives in California. So, Yeah. And I live in Kansas, so I'm right in the middle.
You're in the middle.
Well, if you
I'm in
get
the
those ruby slippers out and click them heels and say, "There's no place like Julie's house. There's no
Yep.
place like Julie's house,"
That's right.
Yeah.
and then poof, you're there.
Yep. And this is Ringo,
Hey, Ringo.
Ringo Starr.
He's so cute.
That's
Thank
our
you.
fur baby.
And then I have Elvis.
Where's Elvis at? Is he sleeping?
Oh, he's running around. He doesn't. He's not too. He's pretty self-sufficient. He does his own thing.
Yeah, Ringo's a needy one.
Ringo's still a puppy. Huh?
Yep.
Aren't ya? He's a good boy.
I bet you
Yeah.
they were so happy to see you when you got home.
Oh, they were just besides themselves. They didn't know what to do.
Evans ain't left your side since.
Kiss me or bite me. I don't think they knew what to do.
Okay, I've got to find out something here, Mr. Sadie. He's got 6 granddaughters. How old are your What's the oldest one of your granddaughters, Mr. Sadie?
We got 6 granddaughters too, don't we?
You looking for a date?
Yeah.
No.
I'm gonna step off, guys.
All
I'm
right,
gonna step off.
Our oldest.
We'll see you later.
all right. Thank you for coming in.
No
Bye.
problem.
Bye.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye, Luther. Good seeing you.
You know, Mr. Sadie just seems to be a little bit on the rustic side. I just can't imagine him having tea with 6 little girls.
Oh,
Oh,
no,
I
you,
can.
you learned to
Holy
have tea
cow.
with 6 little girls.
Oh yeah.
6 to 16. That's
Yeah, we have 7
a big range.
to. I don't even know anymore. I can't keep up with all of them. We have way too many. We're about to gain 3 more.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah, my son's getting married August the 3rd, so we're gaining 3 more grandchildren.
Oh wow!
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I-
You can say that.
I can't loan out a few grandkids if anybody.
I gotta take loans out for birthdays. I
I
mean,
know, birthdays, Christmas. You talking about
Um,
thrifting? It's a good thing we know how to thrift.
6 to 16. How
Wow.
far, Mr. Sadie?
I
Yeah.
know, hellfire.
Hellfire.
If the 16-year-old is dating, you need to tell her her boyfriend's got to bring her over to your house so you can sit there and pick
No,
and
just
sing
lock her in
for
the
them for a little while.
Yep. Yep.
Lock her in the basement. Just call it a day. You're in the basement until you turn 30, and we'll talk to you. Nope. Ain't got time for great ones. Nope.
There's a slot open if somebody wants to come in.
You be nice. You be nice.
And once
Ringo's
again,
like,
I
"Don't
want to thank
mess with me."
my 2 helpers a while ago that took care of that situation for me. I was trying to do something on this on the screen because I can see the chat as part of the StreamYard, but
Yeah.
you can't edit it. You can't do anything with it. You just can see it. So I had to.
Oh. Well, that's good to know.
Well, you've used it all day.
I know it's so hard to get used to all the new stuff. It's like, what the world?
I don't like new things.
I
but-
know you come back from vacation, everything's done changed. It's like, what the hell?
Well, I had been
Glenn-
hearing about it, and so I was like, and I was trying to hold off, and I was like, I can't just wait till the very end, and then, when I came back on Monday, I couldn't even remember how to start a regular hangout. I was like, I need help because I don't know how to do this. I forgot. And oh my gosh. Yeah. So I figured that out, and then I was like, well, I gotta get this changed over because
I mean, did you even remember what your house looked like by the time you got home?
She was gone for 20 weeks. I'm
By the time
surprised you remembered
we
doing that.
when I got to the airport, my battery was completely dead. It was dead at the airport parking lot.
Bless your heart.
Yeah. So it was like, yeah, it's been gone too long.
Yeah.
It's
I
a little
think-
that was it was fun. It was an awesome some trip. I mean, not all, but it was just
Yeah.
it was too long.
I wasn't laughing at you, Valerie. I was laughing at Mr. Sadie. He says, and I quote, Tom, I look like Caitlyn Jenner when they come over.
No, you're better looking.
Yeah, you're better looking, Mr. Sadie.
I don't believe it. You're gonna have to send pictures.
I know, right? I think you're a
I
hell of a
want
lot
proof.
Even
How are you tonight, Glenn?
better looking.
Doing good.
Hey, Glenn.
Good.
Hey, Glenn.
Hello.
So you got somebody new in here.
Yes,
Yeah.
just Pamela.
Hello, Pamela.
Hello.
It's just Pamela.
Yeah, it's just Pamela.
It's just me.
Just Pamela.
I actually like that. That's actually kind of just Pamela. Just so subtle. So you do, Pamela, do you resell?
I do a bit of that. I have to pick up the pace and get going with it because my husband's kind of unhappy with how much stuff I have.
Oh, okay.
We got a real big pile down there.
Potential, should we call it potential collectibles?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I just call it a big piece of shit mess right now at this point. Oh,
I'm sure her husband does too, but
I
you know,
know.
that's beside the point.
my God, it drives me crazy. I'm part of it, so that's pretty cool, though. So, what do you specialize in? Anything in particular, or
Well, I'm pretty much mostly glass, depression glass,
okay?
carnival glass, Pyrex. That's glass too.
Yeah, I got you. I got you. Okay, cool.
You do like Corningware too, or
Yes, because it all ties in Pyrex, Corning.
Yeah, that's awesome.
yeah, I got a bunch of those Corningware coffee pots that you can't put on eBay.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna put them on
Which
Facebook.
what do they look like? You
Kind
don't
of like
have
the
any of
percolator
one-
type.
Pardon?
Kind of like the percolator type. I'm not sure if I have one here or not. Let's see.
Well, my
Oh,
mom used to have one of
yes, those ones. Yeah, they have so many different.
And this is like almost like spotless, you know.
Yes, that's the percolator.
You know, so it's almost like I don't think it's never been used, or if it has, somebody definitely cleaned it. But I'm looking at it, it's not stained.
That's awesome.
Somebody will buy that.
them.
It's in good shape.
And I got two of them, like in this condition.
That is good.
Do you remember when they used to do the Maxwell House used to do the percolator commercial?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I just had a flashback of that when he started pulling the guts out of that thing. Now everything is the little tube, the little package. Oh, you
Oh,
got two of them.
doubles.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Well, they
My
got
mother had
a
one like that,
Got
and
a
she
couple
used that
Portland,
thing for
too.
years.
It's good to the last drop.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, that's the catch line.
And I grew up on that, drinking that. And then my mom switched to not Sanka. I remember when my dad had his ulcer and he was drinking the Sanka.
Same thing.
She switched to a different brand. I don't remember what it was.
My
and
mom
now
and dad was Folgers.
Oh, yeah.
Folgers.
Yeah,
That's it.
really drinks Folgers, yeah.
And I bought Maxwell House when it's on sale for my drip coffee maker. And it is so strong. I have to instead of putting 3 scoops of coffee, I had to put 1.5 scoop of coffee in
You
it.
drink Starbucks. How is that Maxwell hard or strong for you?
Because I drink the girl coffees from Starbucks.
Oh, okay. Girly girl drink. So if it was frou-frou-y, then okay, I got it.
I drink a white chocolate mocha, which I don't think is really
Oh,
coffee.
okay. You are the
Oh yeah, that's what I drink.
But
You look early,
that's-
boy.
I don't get anything from Starbucks.
We went.
my
Roberta and I went to Vegas,
right, Liz?
and
Early,
we were flying out of Charlotte at 11 o'clock at night, so we had to get to the airport early. And we were sitting, waiting to to board the plane, and I said, "I'm gonna go get a cup of coffee. You want one?" And she said, "Yeah." So I walked over to the Starbucks and was looking at all the different coffees, and the lady said, "What would you like, sir?" I said, "Do you have plain black coffee?" And she said, "Yes, sir." I said, "Well, I'd like two, please." And the guy behind me, he tapped me on the shoulder and said, "How dare you come into a Starbucks and ask for plain black coffee?"
That's
Sell it all.
Oh my!
Which he was, he broke out laughing and whatnot. And he was so serious when he said, "How dare you come into a Starbucks and ask for plain?"
Oh,
Because that's what I like to drink.
it was $8 for that one. I mean,
Yeah.
Lord.
You got to do Tim Hortons.
No. Oh, don't ever say that.
Tim Hortons coffee.
We don't have Tim Hortons down here.
Yeah,
We
we
don't
don't
have those guys.
There's some in upstate New York.
They're closing down, aren't they?
Buffalo.
So that's Bridget probably has them up in her neck of the woods.
I think she said that one was closing down.
That's right.
Is
She
it?
said that one was closing down.
Because people aren't ordering their double doubles.
Yeah.
Or grande, extra grande.
The-
triple grande.
Tim Hortons is normal prices. But they're not fancy.
I remember one of my dad's friends years and years ago talking about, I can't believe that we spend $2 for a bottle of water.
I
And
know.
$8
They were paying $8 for coffee. Mm-mm. I'll make it myself. Thank you.
For the price of a big Starbucks double shot grande with the soy milk and all that kind of stuff, you can go buy a coffee pot and coffee.
Yeah. Exactly.
At least at a yard.
And have Mountain Grown by Juan Valdez.
That's
Yeah.
right.
I'll be standing outside my window.
Looking at me going, yep, you're doing that right.
Yeah, that's another commercial that probably would not fly these days.
No,
Yeah.
probably not.
Where Ron's walking the hillside with his
I want that coffee raised by that donkey up on a mountain. Yeah.
That dog.
That damn donkey. Terrible, Todd.
Storgy Pirate just friended you, Pamela.
Pardon?
I said Storgy Pirate just friended you. He said he just subbed to you or her, whichever.
Oh, look, I just
But
lists. It's just so I can make sure I remember.
I know you'll have a lot. So what?
There you go,
Folders.
folders,
That's
yeah.
exactly it. The mild. I need the
It's still
mild.
got the mountain on it. It's still got the mountain right there.
Did Gwen go get that for you, Todd?
Absolutely.
That's right. Go, Gwen.
have you seen
Love me some Gwen.
the movie Bucket List? Is it a Bucket List?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I love
Yes,
that movie.
I've seen that.
One of Jack Nicholson. He always drinks his coffee that's been eaten by hogs, and then they go scrape the
Yep.
coffee beans out of the hog's poop or something like that. And the black guy that was the other main character,
Morgan Freeman.
Over.
Morgan
Freeman.
he just laughs about
Okay.
that the whole flipping time about Jack Nicholson's coffee that comes from the digestive tract of
Yep.
a pig or whatever it was. I don't remember what it was.
Civet cats, wasn't it?
Something like that.
Yeah, it was something I don't remember. That was a
Something
good movie.
disgusting.
Yeah. That's
That was
just sick.
gross.
But it
I
gave
ain't,
it
eating,
a flavor.
I ain't eating or drinking anything that comes out of somebody's butt.
Yeah, me either. Good.
I'm sorry. I just ain't gonna happen.
Pamela, if you haven't realized it, the conversation can go in any direction when this crowd.
Very quick,
It's
too.
the only way to go.
Yeah, if you get easily offended, we're sorry already off the bat.
Oh, I'm not a snowflake.
Okay, good. Oh, we're not looking then. You fit right in.
When
Yep,
you
you
said
will.
when you said that, Marcel off camera went, "I love her."
Yes. Yeah, no way.
It's not that I don't like snow.
Don't like snow either. Yep, don't like snow.
But it's Todd.
Yes.
You gonna make some coffee, son?
Everybody might need to stay up for tonight.
I'm going to have plenty of coffee before Chick Picker's show in the morning so I can grab about an old bat.
There you go.
I'll be
Yep.
back next week because I won't have the grandkids. So I'll be back. Yay. I ain't going to be able to add much, but I'll be back.
Are you having the kids like every other week during the summer, or are you just?
We had them like the week before and this week because my son had them. He has
Right.
his visitation, so I'm helping him out. So
Okay.
between that and doctor visits, it's kind of been up and down. So
Yeah. How you been feeling this week?
this week, Monday and Tuesday was a bad day, but the last few days have been pretty good. So we're hanging in there.
Well, good.
August the 6th, we'll go to back to my regular doctor and hopefully we'll find out some more answers. But yeah, I'm hanging in there. You know,
How your sales been this week, or you haven't been listening? So
sucky as hell, but we really haven't been listening because of the boys.
right.
It's the normal. You know how it is. If you don't list, you don't make a whole lot of sales. We made $124 last week or
Right.
yesterday, but we ain't made nothing yesterday, but not today.
Yeah, that was a whole sales last week.
Yeah, that was
but,
wholesale. It's been flat. I mean, I know what it is. It's just because between the watching the boys, staying in the hospital most of the time, and the doctor's office,
no activity, you know.
it's no activity. It's our own fault. I mean, it is what it is. But we'll get back there and we'll work on it. But
Yep.
It just
You get
got
it
to
I forgot this would do that.
yeah.
You'll get it back.
Yeah, we will. I mean, like I said, it's just we got to get to where we need to be at, and we'll get there. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
thanks, Tom, for reminding me what you said about what you sold this week. I sold this morning. I forgot to bring it to work.
That's cool.
Still like Risk Star Wars pieces.
Yeah,
Oh,
And it's the blue ones, I sold. That's all he wanted, so.
that's pretty neat. How's
Holy
everybody
cow.
else going?
What was that?
How's
I said,
everybody else?
Oh, I'm sorry.
What are you holy cowing about?
That 200 grams of that Kopi Luwaki coffee is $99.
Oh yeah, no, I'm good.
Wow.
I can't afford that sword figure. Right, pirate. Nope. Mm-mm.
Oh, Kathy and
I'm
Marcel, am I going to see y'all in Nashville? Y'all going this year or what?
I'm sorry, say that again.
So Kathy and Marcel going to be at Nashville this year.
oh yeah.
Yes, we'll be
We'll
there.
be there.
Cool. Then I get to see y'all then.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. We're gonna be up there, and we're gonna be right there in the heart of everything. So
When is that?
it's that Nashville gathering. That's the 23rd,
24th.
24th, and the 25th. I think it is.
Yeah, I think it's just 23rd and 24th, I guess Sunday if you want to stay around, I guess.
Oh,
It's Friday and Saturday.
Yeah.
But they have the flea market that's right in that big area. Is that big flea market, and then they have the yard sales everywhere. That's where I found those bathing suits.
Yeah, we went up there last
Yeah, they're
year.
still selling, but we didn't go as far as everybody else did. We didn't go all the way into Nashville. We just kind of went halfway there and went to
Yeah.
the Highway 70 sales. But
Yeah.
we're going to go actually into the flea market because I think Tara's going up there, and then Glenn, you're going up there.
Yeah.
There's a few other different resellers. So we'll probably, I know Rhonda, that is from South Haven, she's going up there.
Yeah.
So we'll, Junkie in the Trunk, she's going to be there.
And Pat D's going to be there. Me and him
Yeah.
actually in a room.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, we got a room together, kind of split
Yeah.
the cost.
I like Nashville.
Yeah, Nashville's pretty cool, and they have a lot of stuff there. But that big flea market is supposed to be really huge. So that's what I think we're gonna go and we're gonna hit that area and kind of down in the lower area when we come back home. But I think we're gonna sit up there. We're gonna get a hotel, but it's only like 3 hours from us.
Yeah.
But
I'm not gonna drive back each day, but
no, but it'll be fun.
I'd like to go. That is going to be. I'll have to wait till I get back to find out whether I'm going to be able to go or not.
You
Because
better
we're on the 14th go to Charleston, and 15th get on the boat, and we don't get back till the 19th. So
I guess you'll be ready for a car ride.
yeah, about 8 hours, I think it is, from 9 hours to Nashville from my house.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So Glenn, where y'all meeting up at?
We say at where the host hotel is, but you know, I'm debating how much time to leave Thursday. Cause it's an 8-hour drive for me to get up there.
Oh,
Yeah.
So, man, I might try to, leave Thursday morning and all that. So I'm not killing myself to get up there, but like, I'm going to have to shut my business down at work to do it,
Yeah.
right.
Valerie,
That'd be about a
I'll send
90.
you a link to it.
That'd be about a 90-hour drive for me. I probably won't go.
90 hours.
Yeah, like that'd be like a
Well, that'd be a
12-day
little
trip.
bathroom break. God, that's a stop. I'm guessing.
That'd be kind of cool just to,
Ride. I
I'm
mean,
guessing
I would just hop on a
12 to
plane and
15
just
hours,
go over
Todd.
there.
Well, do it.
Yeah.
Hop.
Well,
No, I'd get on another plane
Valerie.
because I don't like being sitting on a tarmac for 3 hours
well,
waiting for
nobody
the weather
likes
to
that,
clear.
but you know what? That it happens. You just
Yeah.
gotta accept it.
Todd's just scared somebody's going to strap somebody with a parachute strapped to their back is going to walk up to him and start.
I know.
Oh,
Todd, I got to wait
jerk
24
me
hours.
on a plane and throw me out the open door.
For
Yeah,
no damn reason at all, because it's a perfectly damn good plane.
I know. You just gotta have purple hair and a crazy brain to do that stuff.
Look, dang it, I want to do that, so shut up.
Pamela Valerie,
Valerie's gonna
she
have to
was on
go
her
with me.
vacation, she went skydiving. While
Pardon?
Valerie was on vacation, she went skydiving with Texas Val.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh, Valerie,
Yes.
did you like GoPro footage of that or what? Huh?
They had videos
No.
made.
They have a videographer that jumps out right before we did,
Yeah.
and so he took video of it. It's on my YouTube page, I believe.
Oh, it is? Come on,
Um,
check it out then.
it was amazing. And I'll probably
Would you do it again?
yes.
Oh yeah, of course you would, and she better do it with me.
It's the most
Valerie's ready for her to move down there so they can make this like an every other week thing.
You're gonna have to go with me because I'm gonna be like losing my shit at this
I'll
point.
go with you. I'll go with you.
Yay!
I don't have a problem with that.
Because my birthday's in June, so it'd be perfect timing.
There you go.
And you can coach me through everything and like relieve me from all the anxiety.
She'll say, "Just don't worry about it. It's okay."
I know, but after a few like tequila shots, it'll be okay.
And they frown on that.
Yeah, they actually they
No.
don't want you to be drunk when you're
Well,
when
no,
you're jumping.
no.
yeah, they
I know they would. I would never do that drunk anyway.
Craig, I saw it popped up on my my phone while I was driving earlier that you had posted a new video. I'll check it out.
He's always doing videos.
He is.
Video.
And that girl starts with a B. She lives up north in Yankee Land.
I don't know who the hell he is. I can't even
Rich
keep
has
up
been
with her.
running out some too, but you never see it. Well, she was on Valerie's show today.
Yes, she did come in.
She showed up.
Yeah, she did. She was on. She was on. She didn't show her picture, but she was on.
That girl
she
is a
had her-
busy woman. I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah,
surprised
she
she
is.
shows up for anybody anymore. No, I'm kidding.
She
Leslie and Bridget.
watches. I mean, she works all
Bless
the
you.
time.
Bless you.
Yeah, she does. I'm surprised she's able to get online sometimes because she's a busy woman.
Well, she's taking that vacation out west to the happiest place in the
Oh, I
living
know.
land.
Yeah,
She's probably banking her money so she can go crazy when she's shopping out there.
she deserves it. She worked her ass off.
She does.
Yeah.
Bridget Baker, she's taking a vacation to Disneyland.
Oh wow, Disney World, Disneyland.
Yeah,
It's
been
all the
there,
same.
yeah.
I can't never.
And I've been to neither of them.
I went to Disney World in 1977.
Not if you go with the one the people in Mississippi. They beat each other up.
If you take children with you, it's not the happiest place on earth.
That was a horrible sight to see that on video.
Yeah, she is knocking the doors off of Amazon,
Yeah,
Good.
she's kicking some butt, so that's good.
and I think Maggie, she had choir practice tonight.
Yeah.
Excuse me, choir practice.
Yeah, she's a singing girl. We haven't been doing much of anything. We've been kind of quiet, so
I'm just trying to save money.
that's true. Trying to figure it all out.
When about when do you start getting cooler temperatures, Pamela?
It'll start in September. It'll start to cool off, but you'll still get days that are up into the 20s, like Celsius. That's you'll still get days.
I was about to flip out. 20
Yeah.
degrees. Get up to 20 degrees.
That's about 72, 75. It'll
Yeah.
still be there in September, but the nights will be colder. And it gradually drops. Like by the end of September, you're in the, mid 60s.
Well, that's what it is out here.
That's not bad.
That's not bad at all.
No.
Sometimes
So-
we don't get snow for the first. Sometimes we'll get like a flurry, like snow, but nothing's there really. And
Yeah.
that'll be November, December,
Right.
and then the real snow doesn't usually come till January.
Okay.
The odd time, December.
Yeah.
Y'all have mild weather up there. This
Yeah, but
Nikki
January and February are disastrous.
Oh, yeah. Nikki Poplar Picker, they seem to get snow about
October.
and by Christmas it's 22 below zero.
By October, they get snow.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't usually get, if we get snow early, it'll just be a little bit in December, not much.
Wow.
30
I'm
below
surprised.
like 9 months out of the year in their areas.
Shoot, we get mid 60s in January.
Yes.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it.
To snow?
the
You
weather- The mid 60s in January.
Oh.
I live in Kansas, and so January is frigid. Anywhere from 20 to 30 below.
Nope.
Blizzards.
You moved to Texas, right? When are you moving to Texas?
Next year, I got one more winter.
Mm,
Yeah, I love the 75 degrees in November. Well, I'm cooking that
exactly,
turkey.
the turkey. 75 degrees. Hell yeah.
Let's see. We used to have a winter. I guess you could call it a winter. Really, not even a winter in California, but we thought it was freezing cold, and it was probably 50 or 60 degrees. So I was spoiled. I was born and raised in California, so when I got here, I wanted to go home.
Yeah, I bet.
I was like, I can't do it.
Yeah, I know.
And I've been here 10 years. I've been here 10 years and, been fighting trying to get out of this place. But for some reason, I'm still here.
Yeah.
Valerie grew up in California. Can you imagine her a Valley girl? Oh my God.
I was totally a Valley girl.
Totally.
Gag me with a spoon.
I know.
Right.
Right.
Totally.
Storagey Pirate also
Totally.
lives in Texas. And am I pronouncing that right? Storagey?
George
You live
Pirate.
in Texas also. What part of Texas do you live in, if you don't mind saying? You can get like a major metropolitan area that's nearby. It's close enough.
Somewhere.
We're not going to say nice.
That's tomorrow's show. Stop it. Corpus Christi. See, that's where I want to move to.
Corpus Christi. Okay.
Christi.
I'll be
Okay.
moving.
Yep.
I'll be moving to between Austin and San Antonio is where I'm headed.
Awesome.
So,
Have you looked at more places out there?
oh yeah, I'm keeping my eyes open. I mean, I know I'm not going to be moving until next spring. So there's really no reason to, I know what the prices are going for.
We get
But-
an idea.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I've totally got an idea, and trying to get my kind of my finances geared for that, and
Yeah.
saving my money.
Gotcha.
Well, have you got a realtor yet or anything, or
No.
you look for you yet, or you just get online and look yourself?
Yeah, Valerie, Texas Valerie, she's helping me out a lot. So
Cool.
she's keeping her eyes open, and I mean, I pretty much know what I want. I'm not going to settle for a shack,
Right.
and it's not going to be, but really, like, the rent is going to be anywhere from $1,000 to probably $1,300 or $1,400 a month.
Okay.
Is what the rent is for what I want, which is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, with a full garage.
Mm.
Which is smart.
Yeah, you need that full garage.
What she wants is somebody about 6'7" with wide shoulders and cowboy boots.
I really
with a big old ranch with oil wells all over the place, so she can just.
I'll
walk
tell you
around.
what, if that man in Wranglers happens to come by, and all is well, but I don't need that. I don't need that.
You got to throw it out there into the universe, as Roberta said.
Oh Lord!
Out there.
6'8",
There with like
personality.
Yeah, they're called
Wrangler cowboy boots with spurs. Ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching.
just leave your cowboy boots at the door, so when you leave tomorrow morning, you can put them on when you leave out the door.
With
That's it.
8 oil wells.
And
I
sometimes you
knew.
gotta take them off.
I knew that Valerie was ready for Texas when I saw her eat barbecue.
Oh my God.
And I am not a barbecue eating person.
Really?
I am not. I don't typically like barbecue.
She ate that barbecue.
It was
Mhm.
good.
Texas
Well,
ready
you know,
then.
okay, yeah,
It was really good stuff.
because she's from Canada, so barbecue is something totally different now.
Then you gotta understand what barbecue is. It's not like a grill or anything like that.
Right. Yeah, I get that. I get it.
Or we're from where Carol's at, where it's a barbecue.
Well, so is that everybody has a different understanding what barbecue is, grilling, and cooking out is. So
Oh,
there's
yeah.
like 3 different meanings.
Yeah.
Barbecue
I
is
don't know.
meat.
Barbecue is a barbecue. That's what.
Okay, if you're a barbecue, do you grill out hamburgers and hot dogs, or do your barbecue consist of smoked meat?
Most
Or
people just do everything now.
that's a cookout. That's a cookout here in at least in Mississippi. A
Yeah.
cookout is everything.
See,
A
to me,
barbecue is
cookout
smoked
would
meat.
be like actually cooking in a hole in the ground that you got a fire.
Oh, that's a luau.
That's the wire.
That's a luau.
That's a
Hey,
luau.
So that's a
That's
cookout.
a totally different run.
That's a pig picking. That's when you
I
dig
know,
the
right?
hole. That's when you dig the hole and you get you some coals and you throw a whole pig in there.
Yeah.
I didn't know Honolulu was close to Canada. Come
I
on.
know, right? I need to move there.
We do that here. We do that here.
See, that's what I would call a cookout. I'm like, so
Oh yeah, see.
Now that's
yeah.
still that's a pig picking. That's not a cookout. That's a pig picking.
That's a luau.
that's
Yeah,
a what?
it's like
That's when you-
everything.
That's when you cook the pig, and then you get your plate when he's ready, and you go over there and you just start peeling off
Yeah,
the ribs and stuff
yeah.
with your fingers.
I can't say the French versions, but croissant de lait or whatever. But
Yeah. What they call it there in Louisiana.
when they do the whole pig.
Yeah. And a cookout is when you cook everything. And a barbecue is when you smoke meat, like brisket and butt and ribs. And
Now,
a
see,
and a grilling is when you do hamburgers, hot dogs, and all that stuff.
Oh,
see, in
tailgating.
California, they called this particular piece of meat, they would call it tri-tip. But here, they actually call it brisket.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hmm.
Yeah, that was kind of weird for me.
That
Yeah.
I was like,
weird to
so
me.
do y'all have tri-tip? And my husband was like, what?
What? It's brisket.
What is it? I said tri-tip. No, we ain't got none of that. That must be a California thing.
My there is a volunteer fire department up near my mother-in-law and father-in-law, and they do a fundraiser every year. And they cook briskets, and that is some of the best meat that you ever put in your mouth.
Oh, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
The boys could probably make a lot of money if they went into the brisket cooking business.
Yeah.
Well, I know most people because I don't have a barbecue up here, which is we don't call them grills, we call them barbecues.
Yeah,
Mhm.
But most people just do steak.
yeah.
That's what most people do on it. I just don't have one because I haven't found the perfect one for my backyard.
Yeah,
If it doesn't match with what I want, I don't get it.
right. There you
Except
go.
for the other junk in my house.
Yep, just throw another shrimp on the Barbie.
When Carol was on the other day, we were picking at her because Carol's from Massachusetts,
Hmm.
and she does, and they have a barbecue. They don't, and they pack the cat. There's no auras in their vocabulary.
Yeah.
All right,
Jim
Mommy
Moore says
tore
that they
me
can
out
try to.
today, so I'm going to bed.
That's where we're about to go to.
Well, good night, Todd. Thanks for coming in.
Yeah, when there's a baby in the house, I'm worn out at the end of the day.
Oh, I know.
But Todd, if you need backup at your next garage sale, let us know. We'll help you out.
Okay.
I'll be there on your way, and I'll be your muscle for you.
And that.
Have you ever seen Marcel's videos where Marcel is being abused by his grandchild, his grandson? I bet Marcel sleeps good that night. That video that she Kathy put out where
Last
they were
night,
on the floor wrestling with him. I bet Marcel was doing some snoring that night.
they beat
Sure.
they beat the dog snot out of him.
They do it every day.
Oh, they asked me, can I beat beat Pawpaw up tomorrow morning? Can you please just let me beat him up? Sure, I'll ask him so you can beat him up tomorrow morning. Hey,
Good night.
night.
Good night. You're not dreaming about
Bye.
his girlfriend tonight now. You're not dreaming about it.
And we're not far behind them because they done kept us up. We get up early in the morning and go late at night. So
Yeah.
but it was fun, and I was glad to see all y'all. And nice to meet you,
Nice
just
to meet you,
Pamela.
Pamela.
Nice to meet you too.
But we're gonna go to bed.
I'll be checking in with you.
Early tomorrow morning, and Valerie, I'll see you next week.
Okay.
All right,
We'll
y'all.
be there with bells on.
All right. Love you guys. Y'all have a good night.
Love you
you
too.
too.
Good
Good
night.
night.
Bye.
Bye.
Good night.
It's there's the link if anybody else wants to come in. I have no schedule. Poor Todd.
Oh, that guy.
Him and his old girlfriends.
I tell you what. Yeah.
he has his time. So, have you been doing any listings since you got back, Valerie?
Oh yeah, I've been listing every day.
Have you?
Mm-hmm.
You got all your stuff shipped out?
Oh yeah, I had everything shipped out Monday morning, or actually Monday afternoon. Everything was officially shipped. So yeah, it worked out really. It worked out pretty good. And I was super busy. From the time that I got back, I've been making pretty good sales.
Well, good.
Usually it takes me a little bit of time to, get back into the groove and get my store back on track and everything. But for some reason, it didn't seem to take very long this time. Everything just kind of meshed together and everything was good. So, I've been, having pretty good, 5 or 6 sales a day. Although today, I say that, and then eBay, like, nothing today. So I don't know. Probably jinxed myself or something. But just. But it kind of feels good to, take a little bit of a break. You can moan and groan about not getting any sales for a day, but
Right.
it's almost a good thing.
Oh,
Give you a
Pamela, how
little-
do you do your sourcing? Like garage sales, thrift stores, or?
I'm a big auction nut. I love auctions, but I pretty much do. I go to garage sales, but I haven't done garage sales this year.
Okay.
But I love my auctions.
The garage
That's
sales I've
good.
gone to so far this year,
Pardon?
I said the garage sales that I've gone to this year, they just they don't have anything.
Mhm.
I mean, it's just like leftover stuff. And
I bet you know.
and I went to one and I probably stuck my foot in my mouth. And I said, "Oh boy, it looks like you've had a big sale." And they said, "No, we've only had a couple people buy here." They
Uh-oh.
didn't have anything.
Around here we got some really like this one big auction. That's the only one I've ever been to. And what's weird, the person that runs it is from New York.
Huh.
He drives all the way down here to do it because I guess he can, he'll buy stuff up there and all that and bring it down here and sell it.
Huh.
Or buy closeout, companies down here and sell it. But you know what?
Sounds like we need to go to Canada the way Lothar's talking and buy up their stuff up there.
Yeah,
Bring
but the auctions
here.
lately, like some of the auctioneers that usually have auctions in the summer, I'm like, there must not be anybody unloading anything because usually there's a few auctioneers that usually have an auction at least twice a month, and both of them have not had any listed auctions so far for the summer.
Wow.
And that is bizarre because I'm dying to go to one of their auctions, but there's none.
Wow.
Huh. A couple guys that do them around here, but I've never been to them. I always miss them,
Oh, you gotta go. Oh, when you go, like it's a big plan when I go to auctions. Like I have my strategy, and I go, and God forbid there's something that I potentially won't resell.
Right.
I'm
Oh,
out there for blood. I'm gonna get it, and I'm
Oh, no.
strategic.
I know some of the kind of the get have wing. A lot of time when you see something, don't react to it and say, "Wow, I got to have that." It's kind of like because then people, I guess, will know it's valuable or.
Yeah.
take the
Oh,
time
you
to look up,
You
just
got to
look
be
at it.
careful about that. You can't give all your information away.
No, you don't. You definitely can't. I'm like cool as a cucumber.
Yeah, that's why if I see you, is there anything you want to bid on today? Oh no, I don't see anything. I'll probably leave early.
and then there are, I remember at a few auctions, like there are some people here that do go to auctions that, God forbid you're going to bid on it, they buy almost everything because they have like a big store.
Right.
So they sell a lot. They sell a lot online. They have a, I don't even know how many square foot store. It's huge. And everything comes up, they buy it. They outbid everybody.
Huh.
Every time. Like if they want it, they pretty much buy it. And then it's like they have an assistant that's like, okay, packing up everything into their trucks.
Oh gosh.
It's scary. But the guy is nice to me. So sometimes when
that's good.
Yes, because if he sees that, he knows I'm waiting for something, he'll kind of like, so what are you waiting for? And I'll say, well, this item. And he'll lay back and not bid. And that helps.
No, that's nice.
Oh yeah.
Talk it up, then it's like, oh, we got this piece of junk, and you bid on it. So yeah, I want it. Okay. So,
Well, that's nice. Until you said they had a big store, it sounded like Bridget.
Yeah, definitely. That's what I was thinking.
Bridget and her husband go to a lot of auctions, and they buy a lot of stuff. And she says people look at them really funny when they show up for an auction. They're like, "Oh God," they can look
Oh
at
God, they're here.
They're like, "Oh God, they're here."
I remember going to an auction, and there was, I don't even know how many Barbie dolls there were. And there might have been about 20, 25 Barbie dolls.
Uh-huh.
Like in boxes.
Uh-huh.
I scanned them online. I checked them out online, and then I checked them when I got there just to make sure. And some mother is walking around her child. Oh, look at this. Do you want this?
Gosh.
And I'm thinking to myself, that lady better not do this. Her child's not getting any. Her child did not get not one of those dolls because I took them all home.
Good for you.
Bridget went to an auction and she bought a bunch of them. Todd went to an auction and bought a bunch of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just had a lady call me to have me come over and look at some of her dolls.
Cool.
So
that's awesome.
So I gotta go check that out.
I wouldn't know what. I guess I would have to scan everything because I wouldn't know what was good and what was bad.
Yeah. Yes, Angie, I am sorting through jewelry. I had a couple of bags right here, and normally I'm not a multitasker. I'm not very good at that, but since I'm not really, it's not my show, so I can kind of do that. I can kind of, do something on the side and go through. I've got so much jewelry, so much, and so yeah, I'll just go through it while I'm sitting here and see what I got. I found a couple of earrings. I haven't found a pair to them, but they look like that Mexican gold. I can't remember what the name exactly is. It's like Oxico or something like that.
I don't know jewelry that well.
And I think that's what I think that's one of the ones that
hey, Derek.
Hey guys.
that Todd had said was really good. And actually it goes quicker than regular gold on eBay. It's a very good seller. So
Pamela,
yeah,
Pamela, this is Derek, NASCAR Man 3345.
How you doing?
Hello.
Valerie, do you know Derek?
I don't think I've seen his videos and stuff, but I don't think I've formally been introduced.
Valerie,
Valerie, pleased to meet you.
Nice to
Garrett,
meet you.
also known as NASCAR Man 3345. Yeah, you have been all, that 20 weeks has been really just like screws up your, a vacation really screws up your.
I was not on vacation for 20 weeks. Let's clarify that. I was on vacation for 5 weeks. I took a 5-week vacation. Yes.
And I saw
it.
you the first week that you were on vacation, didn't I? No, second week.
So Tom kept on saying, "Man, this is taking long 5 weeks. I think it's longer than 5 weeks."
I know.
Oh my gosh.
It just seemed like it was forever. Everybody was going, when is that? People would instant message me.
When's Valerie coming back? Oh my
First of all,
gosh.
I said people were instant messaging me. When's Valerie going to be back? And first of all, I didn't know whether I was supposed to be upset because did they not like people with her show, or were they concerned about was she coming back?
Oh. Well, I mean, and that was one of the reasons why, put that out there so early on, was to kind of let everybody know that, hey, I will be gone and I'm going and, nothing's stopping. So, and I'm going to be gone for a while, but 5 weeks was fun, but it was too long. It was too long for me. So yeah, I don't know that I'll do that again.
The dogs were putting themselves up for adoption. I mean, he's not coming back.
They were fine.
Tom, I hope you have $39.95 ready because LSP wants it.
What?
Oh, $39.99 for him to come in on the show.
Oh. We'll take a rain check on that one.
Yeah, when you get up to about 5 million subscribers, then we'll pay your fee.
Yeah.
Put it on my tab.
That's right.
You can't be that close. You're with me all the time, Craig. What the heck are you talking about? Yeah.
I'll pay you with my PayPal credit, right?
Yeah.
All you have to do is get him pistachio pudding in your hat, and you're fine.
That's right. Or some warm banana pudding.
There you go.
Yeah. Craig, have you met Pamela?
I have not met her, but I've heard y'all talking. I've been watching. So nice to meet you,
Hello.
Pamela. I'm Craig.
Hi.
What's up, Glenn?
The new wave.
Craig is the what we call master splinter of all IT.
Oh wow.
Yep.
I'm of it.
Of it. Yeah. Wow, that video was great today. That was a good video.
It wasn't bad. It's been a while since I've done one, so I had plenty of time to plan it.
I'm gonna look at it when I get finished here tonight. It's been a day.
And actually, it ended up being more than what I figured. I've got things listed kind of high.
Really?
But I'd rather look high and take an offer.
Right. You said those 2 yearbooks. I was shocked that there has to be something up with that 58.
They're a little bit older. And your books are anybody that sells them knows they're long tail.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to sell them very quick, but they were $1.50 a piece. So it's hard to pass them up. Yeah, there was one that was listed at 75. I think I listed mine at 49.
Yeah.
But
Boy, when I was in high school, they had our yearbooks they beat them out of stone.
Yeah,
did yours have like just the number 1 on
They
it?
had to chisel
Yeah,
in all the names.
Hieroglyphics. Fred Flintstone. Fred Flintstone was in his class.
It's my boys, like every once in a while they'll get my annuals out from the great year of 1976, and they're like laughing their butts off about the fashion and the hairstyles.
Even in the 80s, it was pretty rough looking back.
Oh yeah, seriously.
One of the boys I hung around in high school, he was a skinny black dude, and he had a big old mushroom fro.
Oh, the big fro.
Yeah, it didn't have a lot of height to it, but
Yeah,
it was like out to his, into
wide.
his shoulders.
Yeah.
And I was talking to him not too long. Well, we had this conversation a few years back. His children were looking at it and just cackling about their daddy's hair, about his afro.
I mean, you look back in the mid to late '80s, and all the girls had the poof in the front that was
The
18 inches
spikes
tall,
and
and
Everything was poofed out.
Yeah.
covered
Yeah.
with hairspray.
Freeze their hair.
Yep.
It's pretty much all the girls had the purple bottle of Aquanet in their pocketbook.
Oh, absolutely. In the
Yeah.
locker, in
Yeah.
the car, and you just sprayed it on like it was perfume. I mean,
Yeah, that was the thing. It was like you go by the lockers at school, and next thing you know, you're stuck to somebody.
I'm surprised he might could smoke back then. You know, everybody was a fire hazard.
It's true. It's true. You sit there, next thing you know, the teacher put the magnet up, and next thing you know, you smack up against the wall.
The guys, you know, the mullet was popular.
Yep. Or
Oh,
we started that. That's the rat's tail. The rat's tail
Oh,
again.
yeah. Oh, God.
oh yeah, the rat's
Oh
tail. Yep.
Lord!
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't like that.
Every
Yeah.
little white boy in York County where I grew up at had a rat tail.
I was at a store the other day. Where was I? Oh, Dollar Tree. And this little kid come running by me, and next thing you know, I looked. I'm like, "Are you kidding me? Rat's tails just coming back." I'm like, no.
Daddy's living vicariously through his son.
Yeah.
His rat's tail.
Well, I mean, you look at some of the video from like late 70s, early 80s on how half of these football players put their helmets on.
Yeah.
Like they had the one picture where I think it was Mean Joe Green. He pulls his helmet off, and his hair goes.
Yeah. It's been under pressure for too long.
Yeah, exactly.
I was looking on my phone. I was in a thrift store a handful of months ago and found my freshman year in college yearbook.
Really?
And I took a picture of my picture in it. It's pretty scary.
God. And you didn't grab it?
I took a no, I didn't buy it. I've got one in the garage
Oh, okay.
that I haven't pulled out in years.
Yeah. A guy called me, or he didn't call me. He texted me about, did I have any yearbooks, and did I have this one from University of North Carolina in Chapel Hill? And I said no, and he said, well, he was looking for one if I ever found one, and he was in the hospital the week they were buying the yearbooks, and so he didn't get one. And he's been looking for one, and he said they're hard to come by.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and a lot of that has to do for the fact that there's this University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill, which
Michael Jordan.
we also have University of North Carolina in Charlotte and Eastern Carolina, so we have to specify which one it is. But UNC's Chapel Hill, they've got the best football team money can buy. You know,
football team. Like
and they've got a pretty good basketball team too.
American football.
Maybe lacrosse. Lacrosse, they're up there.
Yeah.
But football?
Actually, it's their basketball team is really good.
Yes. Yeah.
All right, here it is. I found it. This is probably fall or spring of 1989.
God,
wow.
I was a senior in high school.
You were profiling it, styling it there, dude.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Derek, I don't know if they made ESPN. Did you see what LSU's new locker room looks like?
What's that?
I haven't seen.
I don't know if y'all seen it, but it made $28 million for a new locker room. Well, it's actually a building almost / convention center, but it spent $28 million on it.
That's crazy.
You know, it's like the top one in the country right now. You know.
Did you say LSU?
They haven't even used it yet. You know, I mean, it just opened up 2 days ago.
Did you say LSU, Glenn?
Yeah. What's that?
Did you say LSU? I'm sorry. I didn't hear you.
Yeah, LSU.
Yeah.
You can probably pull it up, and it's crazy nice. You know, and that it's like
Well, there's a lot of money coming into these college programs.
yeah. And
Yeah,
it's all paid donors. You know.
Well, you look at when they go to a bowl game, you know how much money they get each school. Jeez.
Well, and if you're part of a conference like the SEC,
let's don't even go on that conversation because you will send me off on a tailspin real fast. How much money do schools get from these damn bowl games and stuff like that?
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you're part of a conference like the SEC, you get your portion of the share or whatever, isn't it?
Yeah.
From the bowl games.
Well, UNC is not part of the SEC.
I know. I'm just saying. I was just using that as an example.
UNC's what?
That's a TV revenue. That's big time.
ACC.
What's the ACC?
ACC. Yeah, ACC. Yeah.
Atlantic Coast Conference.
Yeah, that's the football conference.
Whatever.
Are you kidding me? Come on, half the teams are. Oh God!
You know what? My son went to NC State. Okay, go Wolfpack! Woohoo! That's all you're getting out of me. We paid enough damn money to send his ass there to school. Don't send me anything for donations or joining the alumni society and all that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. We sent him to get an education, not for a social life.
My son's football coach graduated from NC State, and he said he was down there when Russell Wilson decided to leave his senior year to go to Wisconsin. Right. It's like, are you kidding me? He's sitting there on the sideline, and he heard him talking to the announcers, and they're like, "We have a great team with you here, and now you're just gonna go and take off, and there goes the end of the team."
Yeah.
So
it's I don't follow college sports.
Oh, I love it.
I don't even follow pro sports.
Yeah.
My ADD just will not hang in there long enough.
Your squirrel what?
My ADD.
Squirrel what?
Yeah. My mother loves baseball, and she used to sit and watch the World Series.
Mm-hmm.
And I should say, sit down and watch the World Series with me. In about 10 minutes, I was over there going. Baseball is just incredibly slow to me, and football is really slow to me. But
Glenn, I'm going to a yard sale on Saturday. The guy's got 2 CR 125s for sale for $100 a piece.
What is that? What year?
84.
That old? I mean, there's collectors that for $100 a piece.
Yep.
Are they running?
Yes.
Yeah, it'd be worth it.
Yeah, I know.
Big Cranksman runs $100 a piece, and he doesn't. If he's selling for that, he doesn't know what he has. Just the gas tanks on those things will be worth a couple hundred.
The guy gets his son 2 years ago died in Afghanistan, so he's literally clearing out his house, and he called me and because he had some toys and stuff like that, and I says, "Well, what are you going to do with the bikes?" He goes, "I'm going to sell them for $100 a piece," and I'm like. I says, before you put them out, I'm interested in them.
That's right. 84 is probably the first year they had plastic tanks, or was it 83?
Yeah, 83. 83 was the first year. Yeah.
But yeah, because I said that still has the mono shock, not the doubles.
Mm-hmm.
82 was the last year they had the mono shock.
Yeah. That's right. I wish I'd be able to ride them again, but I might grab them and get them over to my friend's shop and just clean them, do the basic cleaning to them and make sure and try to. Because
you get the paperwork too. You can get the paper.
Oh, he has everything. You should see he's got the owner's manuals, everything for it.
Yeah, you can buy $100 a piece and flip them. For $200 a piece the same day if you want.
Right. I'm already thinking probably 400 a piece. There's 2 of them. So.
Yeah.
Tracy Thrifts she has drank the Kool-Aid.
Yeah, roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
Go Tigers.
Tracy, has the bearded picker got to you? Seriously?
Oh, goodness.
Seriously?
She's playing the Amazon game.
Roll Tide.
Yeah.
I actually have an Alabama shirt that I bought it. Wait a minute! Don't shake your head yet. I bought it in a bunch of shirts. I bought a storage unit and it was in it, and so I washed it. It was a 4X. It's a good comfy shirt, So I wear it. I wore it out to McDonald's one day to pick up some dinner, and a guy said, "Roll Tide," and I didn't know what he was talking about. I had the Alabama shirt on. And I said, "Oh yeah, Roll Tide." And then I was wearing an Ohio State.
Man, you really like that's.
You're all over the place.
Yeah,
Somebody threw their little motto at me. And
wow.
I was like, does that have something to do with Ohio State? Because I didn't go there. This was a freebie.
I'm gonna take off. You know, I got to get up early to work. All
right.
On the way to work.
Okay, Glenn.
See y'all, man.
Thanks.
Bye, Glenn.
Bye.
I always think it's funny. You see these guys. We've got a couple of minorities in our city, and one I saw a guy out and about, and it's so funny to see some of them. Sometimes it doesn't have to be minority or not, but he had on a shirt, and it was a sorority, like the letters. You know,
yeah.
they knew
Alpha,
that it was
Omega, whatever. Yeah.
what it was. It was interesting to see. It was kind of funny.
He found the lambda shirt.
Yeah, exactly. I've got a guy that's Hispanic. No, not Hispanic. He's Korean or something that lives in the neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't have any kids. He's got 2 cars in his driveway, and he's got like a Chi-O, which is a sorority. You know, the letters in the back of the window. I'm like, okay, he bought this thing used and hadn't even taken. It's just funny.
Oh, I'm not shooing you. I'm sorry. I'm shooing the cat. She was like, "Where are you, Dad? I'm lost. I can't find you." Okay, your tail's in front of the camera. You need to move.
Oh,
So everybody going to yard sales this weekend?
I hadn't even looked at the schedule to see.
I haven't looked at much. There hasn't been anything good around here.
There
I'm
was
on
an
buying freeze.
there's an estate sale. There was an estate sale today that a friend of mine went to, but it wasn't much to be jumping up and down about. But there's a big one on Saturday that my friend Joe's going to come and pick me up, and we're going to head over there. And it's supposed to have vintage Star Wars, video games, and everything. So I'm going to grab some stuff because I'm on Mothership Products auction next Saturday night. So I gotta be ready.
Yep.
He usually pulls in a good crowd.
Yeah.
Derek, where are you at?
Rhode Island.
Rhode Island. Okay.
I said my R's, okay?
He said
I'm just checking.
he's from Rhode Island.
You had a little bit of a twang there, and I was just checking.
No, I was stationed out in San Diego for a little while, and I've been all over. I lived in I was at Camp Billington, so I lived down there for a year. So I've been around. I was down in Florida most of my life during the summers with my grandparents. So Rhode Island's just my place where I live now.
Yeah.
I lived there all my life, but I don't like it. We're the 50th worst state to get a job in. So right now.
Yeah. I mean, you don't really hear a whole lot about Rhode Island.
No.
Is Rhode Island where they have all the Vanderbilt mansions and stuff?
Yes.
Oh,
Yep. Yeah.
the
Newport,
cottages.
Newport, Rhode Island. Yep.
Okay.
Well,
That's we used to have the America's Cup races here.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, it being hard to find a job, it can't be competition. There's only like 30 people in Rhode Island, right? And if you can drive across it in 15 minutes, you say?
45 you can get from
Really?
Wow.
Yeah. Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. And the worst part about it is our governor now I graduated high school with her.
Oh my gosh.
I hated her in high school, and I hate her now.
Nothing's changed.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, Ricardo?
What's up, man?
There's my man tomorrow, Saturday afternoon, my guys. Auction with Mr. Ricardo.
That's right.
Woohoo!
Ready?
Are you ready for it?
I'm ready for it. I got Hot Wheels. I got everything.
Good.
Ready.
We're bringing people out to come and get them.
jewelry. I don't know. Hopefully, they put my cable in on Friday. Hopefully, but if not, I'll use my phone. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be great, dude, because jewelry sells really well. especially if you're doing it in bulk.
I've watched some of these auctions for this jewelry, and these chicks go crazy over this stuff.
Oh,
Excuse
yeah.
me. I'm sorry, that was sexist. These
Yeah,
ladies,
it totally was.
these ladies go crazy over the jewelry.
They do.
Yes, they do. They go, yeah.
Well, it's
They love
funny because just so you give you a little hint of what I'm bringing to the Mothership products, I have two jewelry jars with a caboodle that's never been used.
Oh wow! I know what a caboodle is.
Yep.
So, question: are these jewelry jars virgins?
Yes.
Or okay,
Yep.
good. That's even better.
I have
The
no clue.
ladies love to hear
Yep.
that.
I have no clue about jewelry. I really don't care about jewelry. I got them. Boom. Okay, let's go.
You don't collect it; you just collect the money, right?
That's it. Exactly.
Awesome.
I've seen some in my thrift store here closed, but I've been scared because I know there's one guy that handles all the jewelry.
Mm-hmm.
He's sorting it, and I
Going right through it. Yep.
stuff out, and I would know it well enough to know whether it was worth picking up or not.
Yeah.
Well, buying these cheap ass little storage units like I buy, I found some good pieces of jewelry in it, and I found lately. I had a box with all the change that I find in storage units. I throw in that one box, and I went back in and found like 11 silver dimes and some quarters. I think it was like $30 worth. The silver value of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know what's her name. I think it was Storage Hunters Vegas. They just did like what Steve and Steph did, and they went like they got like $2,000 just of change that they got out of the storage units.
Yeah. That's YouTube wise. That's a great market to be in. Those videos get tons of views.
Yep.
You look if you're Tom, if you're into storage units, you ever watched any of Jason Thrift Traders videos? He's got one that he did real well on.
Right.
Found some gold, got some really old stuff that finally ended on auction, made just tons of money.
Yeah, I like to watch the storage. There is a guy out in California called Storage Auction Pirate.
Yep.
Oh yeah, Mikey. Yeah, I like Mike.
I like watching him.
Mike and his sidekick Alex, Storage Stalker. Yep.
Definitely.
I don't know whether his son has the long hair. I don't know whether he still has it or not.
He just still does.
And somebody posted one of his, because I was reading down through the comments, and he's like, "I thought you said you had a daughter, not two daughters." And he wrote,
that's the princess.
The other daughter is my son.
Yeah, the Salt Princess, and then I can't remember what his son's name is, but my Adam plays Fortnite with them, and because they had a challenge, who could beat my son? So Mike said, "Who can beat my son in Fortnite?" Well, my son didn't, and it was all like, "Oh, I guess my son's not that good."
That is a crazy game, and it moves entirely too fast for my old eyes.
Is that the guy with the pink
yes,
mohawk?
With big mohawk.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, he seems to be really devoted to his children and that kind of stuff. He's the one that has the collection, or he had the collection of urns.
Yes.
All
the urns that he got out of storage units.
He wasn't going to leave them at the storage units because they would probably throw them in the trash can, and he wasn't having them thrown into the trash can.
Yeah.
Well,
Craig, did you see your car you got for tomorrow night?
I did not. What did I get?
You have. It's called Cardiac Arrest. It's a hearse. monster truck. It was so funny.
Guys gonna be thinking about that all night.
Exactly.
It was so funny because we'll pulling the cars, and I'm like, Are you kidding me? This person got this one. Like Joy Be the Difference got live wire.
She's a trip. She's fun
Yeah,
to listen
Joy.
to.
Is it Ricardo Storage Pirate?
Yep, that's
Yeah,
kind
you
of
what? Actually, I was I messed up because I put Storage Pirate on the title, and I didn't know that after 90 days, if you do it 3 times, it messes up. You can't change it. So now I can't change it. But then now I'm starting to like the name, but then I don't know because every time I look up Storage Pirate on the search,
It goes hit,
Mike,
it goes Mikey.
the other guy
Yeah.
comes. Yeah, the other guy comes out. So that's why I never have any subs because nobody looks for me. You know,
Right, yeah,
they-
because he even stated one day because he saw your name and because he comes into my chat once in a while and he saw you and he's like, I have the rights to that name, and then I get so I'm like sitting there going, Mike, you have the rights to that name. What are you talking about? And I'm like, whatever. And so
Hey, Derek.
He's the storage
Yeah.
auction pirate. Yeah.
Well, actually, I when I first started YouTube, I think it was 2007 or 8. I don't remember. I
Yeah.
had about eight usernames, and that username I had it for a long time, but I never used it until now. But then now I can't use it because he has it.
right,
You know,
it's
see what I mean?
crazy. Yeah, I
so
know.
I'm kind of screwed up, so I can't use the name right now because but actually, he doesn't have a right to it. I don't know how that works out, but I don't know.
I know.
I don't
Easy.
know. It's messed up.
But yeah,
Jordan
because
had it went into
what
whatever they call it, where it's not being used, and so they just.
yeah.
But anyway, it's
So,
nice to meet you.
I might change it back to Fishing for Profit or something. I
Fishing
guess.
for Profits. That's what it was. I was trying to remember
Yeah.
what it used to be.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
I recognize that name. I'm sorry. I didn't.
Yeah.
And that's just so hard after you've been in, watched so many lives and seen so many names. It's hard to keep up with everybody. There's a lot.
Well, who's the one that changed their names now? Was it Caffeinated something now?
Thrifty Christie, caffeinated.
Yeah.
Christie.
Now it's Caffeinated Christie.
Well, that's like Texas Val that just popped into the chat.
Oh yeah. Hey
She
Val.
changed her name. What was it before Texas Val?
Well, I know she used to go by Etc. Emporium.
Yep. That's right.
I don't remember. I'm getting so old I forget.
You're getting old? What?
That's the reason she changed the name so I could keep up with them.
Hey, I changed my name for you, Tom. Oh.
I know. So I could keep up because there's another Valerie that's up in Missouri.
Yep.
Valerie Hickory Springs, Valerie Chick Picker, and this one.
Yep. And then what was the one that was with Adam yesterday?
Was that? Oh,
Was that
that's
Hickory Springs?
I can't think of her channel. Vicky, is that Vicky and Valerie? Something.
Vicky, yes. Yep.
Vicky and Katie.
Vicky and
Vicky
Katie.
and
That's
Katie.
right. I'm sorry.
That's what it
You're
was.
right.
Yeah.
So if you have your username, can anybody else use your name also, or it's your name for as long as you're on YouTube?
Well,
You know?
everything is tied to your email address.
Right.
Two people can't have the same Gmail account, but if you go out there and search names, there's more than one, of certain names. I don't know legally what you can do.
Well, one of the things with YouTube, I don't know, like if you go into your creator studio, you can there's a way to then I guess save your name, like if you hold it and then they won't let other people be able to save that name.
Right.
So, like, there's more than one Just Pamela.
Right.
But I'm the only one who's actually saved it in.
You can do the custom URL. I don't know if that's what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
And that means you can go to
How do you-
www.youtube.com/justpamela, and you'll be the only one that gets that.
Exactly.
Like we have there's a new guy, just NASCAR guy. Okay, whatever.
I mean,
That's crazy.
Valerie,
if you look out there, there's like PewDiePie,
Oh yeah.
one that's got 15 bazillion subs and a million.
Mhm.
There's a lot of them that are got the same name, but it's not.
It's
Yeah.
not.
His
No.
account.
Yeah.
So legally, I don't know what you can do to protect it or not protect it.
Valerie, it's late. What are you doing up at this time of night?
Who are you talking to?
Texas Val.
It's 10:10 her time.
She is a night owl.
Well,
It's
I'm
only
gonna
10
say
o'clock
good
her
night.
time.
I'm gonna say good night so somebody else can come in.
All right,
Bye,
thank you.
Pamela.
Bye.
Pamela.
Nice to
Meet
meet
you
you.
guys.
Thank
Nice
you, yeah.
talking to you.
Bye. Nice to meet
too.
you.
And be sure to check out Valerie's show on Saturday if you get time.
I will.
Excuse me, Sunday.
Is it Sunday or Saturday?
It's Sunday. It's Sunday.
Okay, early or late?
Early in the morning. We start
Okay.
at 10 o'clock.
Okay. We'll see you
Yeah.
then. Talk
All
to
right.
you later.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Are y'all still doing the listing challenges on Sundays?
Yes.
Going all
are
day?
you?
Still?
What's that?
I
You
said,
still doing
are
all
you-
day?
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Good, Craig.
Do what?
I said, go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying, y'all still going all day with it?
Oh, yeah. We'll do 8 hours. We're just going to be doing it on Sunday, though. We're not doing the Wednesday challenge anymore. Not for right now, anyway. There just wasn't a whole lot of, I don't know what, it just, it was a lot of time involved in it. And so I think everybody just kind of needed a break from it.
Yeah, I heard you saying earlier that you had the hardest time listing while you were doing it because you feel like you got to
Oh, yeah.
be the host. That's tough.
I'm horrible at listing while I'm, hosting. It's a difficult thing to do.
Yeah.
But
I've got all my calculators, my Polaroids up here stacked up, ready to go.
there you go.
No,
Yeah, I
those
have to-
Polaroids will slow down.
I have to have music on when I'm doing that because, that's why sometimes like doing it live, it's like, okay, I'll get off and I'll just throw some music on and just, that's it. And
Yep.
All right. What kind of music you listen to?
me, everything.
That's the way I am.
Yeah.
I didn't have one genre of music I stuck to.
Yeah. Like I have, me and Todd, Flippin' Hustler, we set up our own SoundClouds. So we share each other. Like he'll find a song and be like, "Yo, listen to this," and then I'll shoot one back to him, and we've gotten like 50 songs just that we just like sit there and laugh. And he'll literally FaceTime me if he's just, and he'll be like, "Listen, we'll throw some music on and just blow out and have a blast."
Yeah. Oh, Todd's great like that.
Yeah.
He's fun to hang out with. He's a lot of fun.
Yep.
He's one of those
guy.
guys. He gets serious about work too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He got that new table from that produce table. Now he's loving it. He's like, that's his favorite thing now. For free.
I'd hate to see him and Bridget in the same room working together because they both work really hard.
Yeah.
I mean, other people do. That's just two that are really odd,
Mm-hmm.
She did 500 listings one week.
That's crazy.
1 week
That's a
she
lot of
did
listings.
500.
And she sells a lot of one-off type things, doesn't she?
Yeah, she sells a lot of one-off things.
It's not like she's picking up 500
No.
tissue papers.
Yeah.
Just
That was 500 different listings.
Yeah.
And that was eBay too, right?
What did she say? It was 6,100 listings is what she actually has on eBay right now.
That's crazy.
And it's more if you look at the items, she's got lots more than that because she does have a bunch of
Same,
multiple
similar.
items.
Right.
And I think most of the stuff she's selling on Amazon is one-off stuff too, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. She tries to buy blocks of stuff, but
She said I talked to her the other day, and she said she was getting a lot of stuff at auction. I know that's her primary source for everything, but
Yeah.
she started listing some of
That's
that
what
on
she
Amazon.
Oh yeah, that's what she does. She scans everything. If she can send it in, that's what she does.
Yeah.
See, all my stuff is smalls. That's why I'm glad I live in an apartment because everything's tiny. I can take 400 pictures of Hot Wheels and I can just him sitting in drafts and just let them when I want to throw some up, I throw them up.
I mean, you look at Justin listing those Funko Pops.
I know.
You know, he I don't know how many I ended up with, but he processed them in about 2 days. But that's why you take 6 pictures. It's like taking pictures of DVDs. You know,
1,100 of them he ended up with.
Wow.
Yeah. That was crazy.
Those things are just like that, Hot Wheels and stuff like that. What the hell do people do with them?
Look at them.
Well, you know what I do with them, Tom. So
Yeah, I know what you do with them. But you know, lots of people collect those things and the Funko Pops.
Yeah.
My son-in-law, he collects them pretty religiously. He's got a good sized collection of them.
Well, I mean, I wish I would have had better. I tried to go live for 8 hours last Saturday because I was at my actual convention for Diecast, and I know Craig, you were there most of the time, but the signal was so bad, and I had like 3 interviews that I have to go through the video again and try to cut out certain things, and I just want to make it where I had an interview with a gentleman that writes books for Hot Wheels, and it was awesome. It was such a great video.
I think your signal kind of came and went because there were portions of it where it was good and clear.
Yeah.
And it would go to heck in a handbasket.
Because I messaged Craig. I said, I asked him if he was watching, and he said, yeah, he's trying to. And I said, because it keeps coming and going for me. And he said it was doing likewise for him. Hold on just a second. Valerie, Texas Valley says, no makeup on Tom and messy hair. Look.
That's the best time.
Look at Craig. I mean, really.
Look at me. I'm a hot mess.
Are you kidding?
You do that all the time, though?
You're always to the T when you come on live.
Hey, you know what? I put makeup on in the morning. If that Bondo comes off during the day, then it comes off.
If it comes off, you didn't need it anyway, right?
That's it. That's the way it goes.
But I want you to do a good video on Hot Wheel cars.
Okay. You're gonna say do a video on some kind of makeup. I'm like, sorry.
No, I don't make that.
Come on, Craig. Come on.
Them gals that are doing these makeup channels that's got 500,000 subscribers, and every one of their videos is getting 125,000 views.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
But
I'm amazed. I'm amazed at some of the stupidity that's out there. Not stupid. That's the wrong word. Just the oddball subjects that are out there, and people are just making tons of money on YouTube on it.
Well, it was like we were talking with because Adam was interviewing Casey today, and everybody was busting his chops during the interview about let's go outside and do a video because there's probably people parked all over the place.
Yeah.
Is that Casey,
the Rockstar Flipper?
Yeah, they're both out at eBay Open.
Yeah,
Casey's got 90-something thousand subs.
Yeah, right. And then his other channel, I don't know what he has for his other channel.
About either 5 or 5,500, I think.
Right.
And that one's funny. Did you watch any of those?
Yeah. That's what we were laughing about, man. Some of that stuff is just so crazy.
His new channel, and everybody that gets into reselling, I don't know about y'all, but I know that's one of the first channels I found. Yeah. Just because he was already big enough. People usually find Steve Rakin, they find Casey the Rockstar Flipper, you know, He's Craigslist Hunter. They're just ones who've been around for a long time and have big channels.
Right.
And he started another channel, and he does nothing more than watches people that are parked in the no parking zone, like the fire lane. And he'll go out there and do anything. He will get to the point of confronting them. Cops got called. He's getting like 15, 20,000 views on videos.
He literally got trespassed at a Walmart.
Yeah.
He did what?
He got trespassed at a Walmart. They threw him out.
He's getting views.
Yeah.
And the good thing about it is it's replenishable content.
Right.
There's always going to be somebody out there parking in the fire lane.
Right. Yeah. Hey, Val.
Look at that.
Hey.
Valerie. There she is.
You know you're my friends whenever I come in with messy hair, no makeup on. You know you're my friends.
That's
Whenever
right.
I do
That's
that.
right. That's right.
Don't
Well, it's
judge.
funny because you were in a chat the other day. Was it you? I think you were in our chat either today or yesterday, and I'm like, "Hi Val, how you doing?" And you're just like, "What? Oh, okay." Like it's like, yeah, I know who you are, Val. Don't worry.
Hey,
You know,
that's my skydiving buddy right there.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I don't think I could do that.
I did it.
I'm,
It's fun.
I'm sure it would be a rush, but I just don't know that I could do it. I have a problem with heights, you know.
Yeah.
And I just even sometimes looking up, not even being high up, but seeing things that are high bother me.
Yeah, you get a little dizzy. Yeah. So
everybody's different though.
But yeah, this is one of the cars I picked up yesterday. I was showing you. This came out of the Savers, but it's like a $12 car, and it only cost me 99 cents.
I'm about to say, I hope you didn't pay $11 for it.
Oh.
Let me do that again.
It's made in Italy.
Is it what brand of car is it?
A Barago.
It almost has a DeLorean type body style, doesn't it?
Well, I mean, is it a Hot Wheel or is it a different?
It's called Barago. It's made in Italy.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's the brand of the
Yes.
of the diecast.
This is a Ferrari
Okay.
SC88. But these things were in a bag for $2.99. I got like 7 different ones.
Wow.
Wow.
I drove a Ferrari in college. I didn't own one. I drove one. Those things will go. I was pretty lucky. One of my best friends, we both worked for a car dealership, and the owner had one. And he worked out the insurance where it was insured to the dealership. So anybody that worked for the dealership was insured.
Right.
My buddy was really good friends with the owner, and he would talk him into it on Friday nights. Hey, can we borrow the car for a couple hours? You were talking about cruising earlier, and we would get in it and just go cruise the strip.
See, these are the types of bags I get. Just like this. See, it's $2.99, and it just has assortment of stuff in it. But there's 4 or 5 cars in here worth $10 to $15 each.
The bags we have at our store have gotten smaller.
Yeah, they
used
did.
to be with action figures and cars. They used to be good size. Now they're in those a little bit smaller than what you just held
We
up.
don't have anything like that out here.
Yeah,
Well, we don't have
Savers
Savers, but even
Value Village.
Value Village, which is a sister company to
Right. The
Savers.
Savers. Yep.
They don't have bags of stuff like that out here.
Well, I don't know if you would listen to. We did a show, not the one with me and Greg, but me and Tommy did one on Thursday afternoons. We do, and I literally ranted today because we went to a Savers in Providence near us, and it's not that far, but it's right in the capital city. And the lady says, "You're not going to find any toys here because we don't want none of the resellers here." The manager said that straight to my face.
Wow.
And
What
I'm like,
a lot of these managers in these stores don't understand is that resellers bring them a lot of business. They're bringing a lot of money, putting a lot of money in their pockets.
exactly.
You know, you think they would be more willing to work closely with people.
Nope. Hey, what's up, Adam? Adam just came in. Oh yeah, he's getting tired.
I bet. And well, they go through Saturday or Sunday this week.
No, I think today was the closing day. I guess a lot of people are going home tomorrow.
Oh, I thought it was further in.
Yeah. No, he said he just came back from the party of the eBay closing party. So, but yeah, so
Hey, Derek, so how long is the auction? I mean, the auction. How long do you want to have it? 2 hours, an hour and a half?
2 hours is the most really, because if you know more than that,
that's too
much. Yeah, it's way too much.
I'll be right back.
Yeah. But yeah, see, Adam said
Good deal.
tonight is the closing. Yeah.
That's okay, Valerie. She said her internet's lagging.
Yeah, I don't even know if you can hear me.
I can.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's just cutting out a lot. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So, Ricardo, what kind of stuff do you buy and sell?
I buy storage units.
Okay. So
I've been doing it for about 18 years. but I've never really videotaped myself at the units. Never. I think I should start doing it. You know.
Well, if you consider 18 years ago, that was hard to do anyway. You had to bring a super 8 with you.
I know.
Well, have the old style VHS, you know, up on your shoulder like this. You couldn't do it for very long because your shoulder would get out after a while.
Yeah,
I know.
And you wonder how those TV guys that go out on the road before they had the tripods, they would put that thing on their shoulder for a while and run.
You know those back in the 90s they had those Nokia face plates.
Yeah.
I got probably about like 2 pallets full of brand new face plates.
Oh my God.
I don't know what to do with them. I mean, I don't want to set. I'm gonna throw them away. You know.
No. Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah.
That's the thing about it. We did a show one night about storage units. Kathy Marcel and a couple other people and I. You got to, when you go into the storage auction business, you got to have a plan. You got to have a plan to get rid of that crap because a lot of it is nothing but crap.
Flea markets and stuff, you know.
Yeah, but even just the trash. Like Donatella said, she had 2 tons of trash in one of her storage units.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's crap.
You just got to have so much, and I don't have a truck, and I don't have the room to store stuff, so I buy little small ones, you know, and go to the dump. Yeah, most of it goes to the dump or in the trash can to go to the dump.
Right.
You know, and sometimes there's no rhyme to reason around here. I can buy 6 or 7 little storage units, you know, little 5x5 that's got maybe a dozen boxes and bags in it for like $10, and then the next month it's $180, and I'm like, what the hell is going on here?
It's a lot of work.
You know, the time you dig through all those bags and boxes, you might find. I've been lucky. I've probably the least I've made off of a $10 or $20 unit has been maybe $250. Because usually there's some good stuff, you know,
right?
Small stuff, some collectibles or something like that mixed into them.
Right. Okay, Adam, that's cool. Yeah, Adam's gonna go buy a friend of mine. Well, I met him about 10 years ago. He came here for a huge Hot Wheels convention and we started hanging out. But if everybody used to watch Pawn Stars with Rick and the crew, the guy, what's his name? Johnny Jimenez. He was the toy guy that used to have to come on.
Yeah.
Well, he's a good friend of mine, and Adam's gonna try to go over there tomorrow to go and see him over at his store. I PM'd him this morning to tell him that I had a couple of guys that were gonna come down and check out the store and possibly do some live video. So if he's there, if he wants to jump in on the video and let me know. So
cool.
And that store is like amazing. So I wish I was out there and spending most of the time over there. So, but
yeah, I noticed people have put up videos, and I haven't had a chance to watch them.
Yeah, they've been good. I mean, I know Craig and I were in with Steve Rakin and Bolorama J tonight. Like, can you believe that $300 super?
Sean's not afraid to throw money around.
I can see that. Wow.
What was it for $300?
Yeah, Jay said to Sean, what's Sean McDermott?
Merrick or something like that.
Yeah, he owns
Prairie Grid.
Prairie Grid.
He's trying to get some big guys on board to promote it.
Right, and he just said, "Well, we want to go back to Hell's Kitchen for dinner tonight," and he just threw him $300. Like, here you go, have fun. It's like, holy.
Is he one of the Prairie Grit guy? I mean,
yeah.
He's the owner.
He's the owner.
He's the one that started it.
Yep. Yeah, that was, and the coolest part I thought was, I mean, yeah, I was one of the first ones in, but Jay was like, "Yeah, that's a great question that I put into the chat," and he was just, I'm like, "Yes." Get somebody to listen to listen to a question, answer a question.
He was,
yeah, so.
Jim and Tara wasn't too impressed because she was trying to get some, like, what kind of views do you get on the month, especially when you're spending that kind of money.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She said she's trying to get, like, what kind of views, what kind of sales are you getting?
Mm-hmm.
And he never did respond to her. So she was like, that's not too cool. Especially
I thought
$100 a month.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Isn't it $100 a month?
I think for their unlimited or 1,000 listings or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm actually doing some work for him, some programming stuff right now, and I told him a while back. I said, I think he's got a ton of money invested in the site.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he's just trying to recoup some money or what, but he's gonna have to almost give it away for a period of time to build a following.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
Or people like Jim and Tara, Bridget, people with thousands of listings.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about that.
If he has to give them a year subscription just to get them to transfer, to put all of those onto his
Right.
platform, then that's what he's going to have to do.
Right.
Because he's not going to. Because people are just got 5 or 6 items. They're not going to. They're not going to, or they might pay for it for a couple of months and then they're going to get off that.
Well, there is a smaller package, just like eBay.
Yeah, I've looked at the site and I've seen where there was a smaller package, but still,
it's a good site. They are ranking pretty high in Google results. It's going to be hard to be the new person on the block in that space, in my opinion.
Especially with Poshmark moving into more diverse goods and stuff like that.
Poshmark, Mercari. Look at things like OfferUp and Let Go that have attempted at some level.
Right.
They're not doing anything. I hate the thought of because they sold those. The creator sold both of those sites for big money, and I hope the people that bought them made their money back because
those are going down.
I've had stuff on both of them over here, and I've sold maybe 2 things on each one of them out of maybe 30 or 40 items.
Right.
Well, I think that the whole paradigm has been Craigslist was big, for a period of time in a lot of places. Craigslist is on the downtrend, in my opinion. Then right after Craigslist, you got the OfferUps and the Let Goes that came to market. I took over some of the Craigslist stuff. But now I think Facebook is now taking over a majority of the OfferUp and Let Go market, in my opinion.
And same thing with Mercari.
But I also think that I really think that you're going to see a lot more Etsy, Poshmark. Poshmark was clothing only for so long.
Right.
I think you're going to see a lot more item specific or category specific marketplaces pop up.
Well, I started laughing when they were talking about that eBay is going to be doing FBA.
I don't know. It'll fit for some people. It's Tommy, over in Australia, they've already got it over there.
Yeah.
What's his name? Rod and
Andrew at Pull Me Pickers. Yeah.
They've already got it over there. I can see it working for some things. I don't see it working for the collectible one-offs.
Right.
They're fulfilled by eBay. I don't know if y'all heard anything about that or read about it, or they do a little bit eBay open.
Look at the Mike's quote, the crazy card, Mike. Look at his comment. That will blow a lot of people off right there.
Yeah.
Because we're selling used goods you got to wait. Not everybody's interested in everything that we buy. We sell.
Right.
I mean, I definitely don't blame Sean for trying, and he'll succeed.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of how successful he'll be.
Right.
And he's got the money to try and build it.
Right.
He's got I don't think the challenge is going to be to build the sellers. The challenge is going to be getting people to come up, start buying things there.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that's what a lot of people were hesitant to go in over there as a seller, is because you're not getting enough foot traffic.
Right.
That's going to be his challenge. But you look at somebody like eBay and Amazon, their marketing budgets to get people to the site are just in the billions.
Right.
Yeah. I bet by next year, Poshmark has even expanded their product line even more.
They've got the following,
Right.
Because Susie May, that's been buying her bras from Poshmark, she's going to notice, hey, they've got sporting goods now, and turn over to her husband and say, hey, look, they got tennis balls or whatever,
I think you're going to see a lot of the category specific marketplaces. I think you're going to see more of the Poshmark.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like Poshmark, but the social.
I'm surprised you said the name. I'm surprised you said the name.
Yeah, unmentioned.
Right. We're not on your channel. That's why.
But you look at things like, there's a lot of people that are very successful selling on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
The whole social aspect of something, quote unquote, going viral and getting spread so quickly that way.
Right.
Well, Maggie does really, and Valerie does really well on Poshmark.
Right.
But they have a lot of listings.
Right.
Yeah.
It's known as on our show. It's called the unmentionable.
Well, we always introduce ourselves before we get started, and we always say, where we source from, what we sell.
Right.
And I got to the point where I was saying I sell on Poshmark. I've got like 15 things over there, and it doesn't have my interest.
Mm-hmm.
If I had more items over there, would I sell more? Probably. But clothing is just not
me.
Something I want to be my primary, market.
I don't have the page.
I do good on Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah.
Facebook. I do. I sell a lot of things that are too big to ship and all that on Facebook. I sold a good number of electronics on Facebook leading up to Christmas.
Right.
I like the way I start to say Andromeda. That's not her name.
That's the star system, isn't it?
Yeah. The lady that was doing an auction this week where she was selling clothes by the box. That was on your channel.
Donatella. Oh, yeah, it was on my channel. Yeah.
And she's not a turtle.
She's not a turtle. It's not Donatello. It's Donatella.
I like selling it by the box load. Sounds like a winning idea to me.
Yeah, she's gonna be on tomorrow on her channel with Dwayne doing the auctioning for her.
Okay, cool.
So, well, guys, I'm gonna head out. It's getting late here, and I need to get some sleep. So, talk to you guys later. I'll talk to you again, Ricardo.
All right, there.
See you guys later. See you guys tomorrow night at the races.
Yeah.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye.
But
clothing is a tough market.
I can't sell clothes. I tried. I can't sell clothes.
My problem, I stuck to men's clothing. A lot of this kind of shirt. I don't have a good fashion sense. I definitely don't have a good fashion sense in women's clothing, for obvious reasons. Sometimes, but it's. I don't want to say it's too much work, because it's not. But I just don't have the knowledge in that area. But I know there's a lot of people that are very successful at it.
Yeah. I mean, case in point, Chick Pick or Valerie.
Yeah. Valerie, what percentage of your stuff is clothing versus hard goods? I know you started moving more into the hard goods thing.
I would say probably 60% is clothing.
Wow.
Yeah.
But she's good at it. She's good at picking up clothes.
Right.
she pulls that, starts doing a haul list, and she's going through the names, and I'm like, oh, I recognize the names,
Right.
because she's saying them, but and she holds them up, and they're nice looking pieces. I don't have any taste in clothes,
I'm not. I would never say that I'm a fashionista or any. I wear what's comfortable for me, and that's it. For me, it's a tank top and a pair of shorts, and I'm good to go. But I also pick what I like. The things, the type of things that I like. So that has a lot to do with it too. I do really good with jewelry, and that's one of the reasons why I do. I list everything on eBay and I cross list everything over to Poshmark. Anything that I can put over there, I'll put over to Posh, and manage those two sites, and I'm good. And so
Have you have you tried anything on Macari with your clothing?
I have, and I did okay. I probably did that maybe 2 years ago. I put some stuff on Macari, and I did all right. And then it just like died,
Really?
and nothing was selling.
I don't know if you noticed Tracy in the chat earlier. She's I talked to her a good bit, and she sells a lot of clothing as well. And she's had really good luck on Macari.
Yeah.
I just started cross posting my stuff over there. I don't have any clothing over there, but
I don't like their platform. I know it probably sounds dumb, but I do not like. I want to be able to find my item that's sold on eBay. I want to be able to find that quickly and
Right.
not have to go through. There's no search.
Oh,
So
really?
you have to go through each one of the listings and try to find and the little thumbnails are pretty small. So it's
Right.
difficult to find your item that's sold. And yeah, I don't like that. So
They charge you
that's
more.
probably one of the reasons why I don't sell on there.
right.
So
Yep. In our morning shows, we always talk about how this business is not a one size fits all.
Nope.
And that's a great example, just what you talked about. Macari doesn't work for you. It
Right.
works. It may work for me. It may work for somebody else.
Right.
And it's not odd.
I bet-
It's different, but it's good that it's that way, though. Because everybody can kind of form their own path.
No, I was going to say, or I was trying to say hi to Pat.
Oh,
Hi, Pat.
You guys were talking. I didn't want to interrupt. Sometimes
That's
Pat,
never talked to you before.
Well, I see he's back in New York in his penthouse apartment. He's got the backdrop going back there.
I live right across the water is New York for me. Yeah,
Just as the crow flies, right?
yeah. How's everybody doing tonight?
You just say, wait,
Wonderful.
you-
I'm doing YouTube work. So I was on here figuring out the videos and what you can do with them and different things. That's I don't know. Now who here creates content? I mean, Tom, you do. Craig, I do. Ricardo, do you?
I just started.
Right.
Valerie
Yeah, I
does.
just started.
Chick
And-
Picker does.
Chick Picker. Okay.
Valerie.
Now,
And Texas Val, do you do any?
Videos.
Yeah. No.
We'll
No.
be looking for that in
Not
the
yet.
future. We'll be looking for that in the future.
Chick Picker. And do you
My
make
internet is horrible.
I do. I do some haul videos. Sometimes motivational videos.
Okay.
Just talking to people, and then of course I do the morning show. We have the morning show at Monday through Friday. So
Okay.
and then we do a listing challenge on Sunday. So
Now, is that your channel, Chick Picker? I'll have to check
it
it out.
is.
Yep.
It is.
If you're interested in doing listing, their listing challenge, they used to do it 2 days a week, and they've gone to one.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
It's an 8-hour challenge, and you have to list an item fresh. It can't be cleaned or anything like that. and you can't have drafts or anything. But yeah, you list the item, sell the item. It has to be paid for within the 8 hours, and you have to show proof.
Wow.
You get 1 point for every item sold, and whoever has the most points at the end of the day gets the pot. Everybody puts in what, $2?
$2, yeah.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
I think the one time I won, I think I made like $60 or $70. We had a good crowd that day, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it really depends on how many people are in it. Sometimes I'll do it like a flash. We'll do $5 a piece, and it'll bump the pot up a little bit more, and get a few more people in, and usually we have anywhere from 15 to 20 people in the challenge, and it's good. It's a long day. It does make it for a long day.
Yeah.
But,
well, I was on Craig's channel one time, and he kicked me off.
Biggest mistake, no kidding.
And they were paying him money for me to come back.
That was a great show. I really enjoyed that. Not because you got kicked off, but it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. And he just was goofing around with me. I could have came back anytime, so I played into it. And people were like, "Bring him," and I was doing other stuff. So sometimes, to be honest, once you're kind of not doing YouTube and you don't want to sit in front of the camera because you're doing other things.
Right.
Because to be honest, I don't want to be over 10 feet away packaging. It's not fair to Craig and be hollering in the background. And people are like, poor Pat. So they were paying Craig. I think he was.
I made about $40 or $45 that night.
Yeah. And Craig, that's the most you made in an hour in a long time.
Oh,
well, that a lot of people, that's what they're doing. When they're on these shows, they're listing and
yeah.
And one thing about doing the listing challenge y'all do, I found that when that money was involved, even though it was $2, but you had that opportunity to win money, it gave you extra motivation to really get some work done instead of just running your mouth.
Sure.
You know?
And you're actually working at the same time. For me, it's really hard for me to list and host at the same time.
Right.
That is a challenge for me. But to be able to have that so everybody else can do it, and I get some listing done, but it's more just about hanging out and talking and shooting the bull and that's good. And we were doing it on Wednesday also, but that just got a little too much, and I had to kind of step back a little bit,
Chick picker, is that what do you tell your name, or is that what you want to be called?
My name's Valerie.
Oh, 2 Vals in the room?
Yeah, lucky you.
Cool. Now, where are you from in the States here?
I am in Kansas.
Oh, okay.
I'm in Kansas. I'm originally from California.
Yeah, I just think it's so amazing, to be honest, that to meet the people that relate to what we're doing across the whole country. Because it seems like I never find, and I said this a couple times, I can't go knock on my neighbor's door and ask them or tell them, hey, I sold some stuff on eBay. They'd be like, get the hell out of here. We can kind of go on, and we have this common bond that and many of us even still have regular jobs, but this is to wanting to get ahead and make some side extra income. And I'll tell you, I've learned a lot from meeting different people. Things. I mean, I met, there's a guy who does the show with me on Saturday, Jason Banana Finds. He sells industrial tools and equipment. Me and him went to New York the other day to pick up. He bought some stuff at an auction, and heavy stuff. I mean, I think one piece of equipment. It's only probably about this big, was 125 pounds, but he'll make more selling that stuff than what the average person would make in 2 or 3 months.
So let me interrupt. Is that Jason Bonanno?
Yeah.
Okay. So I actually started the Picker Daily Hustle with Jason Bonanno, Eric, and
me, Jason, and Eric are friends. They do the show with me on Saturday night.
Right. So
and we've all met in person and hung out.
Right.
Yeah.
But when I started my show, my morning show,
Mhm.
they were all on my morning show.
Now, Val, you didn't kick them off. This ain't like a sign for me to come or something like.
Nope.
Okay. So as long as I behave myself, and I know if you have patience for Craig, pretty much. I like how you guys made him He always got like an it on his head. You know, they got spray for that in the medical office there at the nursing home.
I've already used up all my calls. They won't help me anymore.
No, you know. Hey, Craig, are you coming to Nashville next month?
It depends. My son is will be starting school, so I don't know. I want to.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to be there.
I may not then.
Yeah.
So
Well,
I think that Pat, I think that you talked to my sister. Her name is Sally.
Oh, okay.
Upside
So
down.
yeah,
Not live in the side chat.
right. I think in the side chat. Yeah.
Yeah, I talk to a lot of people.
She
Yeah.
said that she had talked to you. So
Yeah,
that's
and
cool.
I've had actually people back when I had probably 300 or 400 subscribers. I even gave my phone number out because people would want to ask me questions, and I'd be like, you know what? Instead of going back and forth texting, I trust you. Just call me, because people would ask, because they found out I was doing the grocery delivery, and I had a lot of people calling me on that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool.
I
But yeah,
want to text
Are you approaching 500 now, Valerie, on your morning show?
do what?
Are you approaching 500 episodes on your morning show?
470, I believe. 472 is tomorrow, I believe.
Probably
Yeah.
one of the longest steady shows has been around.
It is. It is the longest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
It's-
everybody else gives up.
Well,
It takes a lot of time.
Yeah.
Every day, it takes a lot of time.
Now and you gotta I plan stuff out, so I think sometimes some people get in trying to do it, and then they're like 10 minutes into, okay, what are we talking about? But if you can find interesting guests that come in, there's enough things out there to talk about how to make money. We never got 99 that night. What did we get? 34, Tom?
Yeah,
34, I think. That was a trip.
But you know that is the thing, and that's been the thing the whole time, is we don't do topics. You know, I have no idea what we're going to be talking about that morning. I have no
And
clue.
if that works for you, that's great. Now,
Yeah.
with what I do, typically when we do the Thursday show, now don't forget, I don't do the Thursday night. We just did the show tonight on Kimberly's channel. Dwayne Mothership Products. The topic tonight was him and what he does. And when I do the Saturday show, we do the 2-hour, talking about reselling and experience and what we're going to do next week, what we've sold this week, and it goes fast. As far as my videos, it's the best videos for my channel that do the best is the Saturday show.
Yeah.
But the key in y'all's show is that you've had, Valerie, is you've got that good core group of people where it's not
Absolutely.
as fun to keep the
And
conversation.
you got a loyal following, right?
Absolutely.
Right, and that
you just start talking and it just flows.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the thing is I'm talking to my friends, my colleagues, that's who I'm talking to, and it's I'm sure people walk by my window sometime and they're like, what is she doing? Who's she talking to? But I don't care. I'm having fun and this, truthfully, when this all happened, and one of the reasons why it happened was I'm in Kansas by myself. I came here, got married, my husband died, and so I'm here. I basically left here by myself, and so that's where I'm at, and I found this great community of resellers, and I'm so thankful for it because they really did help me a lot. So yeah.
I enjoy, to be honest, the social aspect of YouTube. I get my chops busted. There he goes again, and because I've said that from day one. If part of what YouTube I want to do is interview people that have done this or do a unique business that relates to reselling and working for yourself, and but you have to be willing sometimes to, in my opinion, travel and to make yourself like that's unique, where a lot of people aren't doing that. And I've traveled several states. So, and I mean, next month I'm going down to Nashville, and I just was in Ohio. I've been in New York, New Jersey, across Pennsylvania, meeting different people, and I like it. I like it from the social aspect. My kids now are over 18, so nothing is tying me down.
Right.
You know, and
You say your kids are over 18.
yeah,
He's got a 45-year-old son.
no, I don't. I don't have little ones at home no more. That's my point. In other words, when you have a 4-year-old and a 9-year-old, you can't be doing that. But yeah,
You're old enough to have an over 18-year-old.
Yep.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I mean, I have two daughters. They're, in their 30s, and so they've got families of their own, and so and I don't. So here I am.
But with Valerie's show, if somebody has questions about reselling or buying clothes or stuff like that, we will get on that topic and stay on that topic until they have got the answers they're looking for, probably more than they're looking for, and then it's like squirrel, we go off on a tangent.
Yeah.
And
but we talk about life, we talk about reselling, we talk about life some more. We probably talk more about life and stuff that's going on with us, more than we do reselling.
Right. We do that too on the Saturday show. We try to do it that it's naturally that sometimes like Jason's quiet. And sometimes I tease him about so we'll start busting him about his keyboard because he types real loud. And, and once we get going with him and open it up and you show a genuine interest in what he's doing, it goes fast. I'll be honest. We do it like on average about 2 hours and 20 minutes, and it goes fast. You've been doing this. Is that right? You've been doing this show tonight over 3 hours?
Yes.
Wow.
3 hours.
Wow.
Yeah, we started
we just been talking about stuff, whatever. We've
So
had
is this the Seinfeld episode?
we've had a bunch of new people come in, and they talk about themselves, and we just conversation going on. It's nothing really fixed.
When it's like that, it just seems to flow, and before you know it, you've been on for 5 hours. That's just the way it goes.
Yep.
You need to have a talk with Dwayne, Valerie. He says they always talk about poop.
Well, I will attest to that. Yes, sometimes that is a subject that comes up more often than not.
How did you like, Pat? How did you like meeting the Hales?
Oh, great. I mean, they welcome. I was surprised because they even later on when we thought, I was going to just go to the hotel or go home, they said, come back to the house. We're doing our show and be a guest, sit in while they do their auction anonymous. Right. And they just, I'll be honest, they've been good to me. They see what I want to do. They see I have the drive, and they're willing to help me as far as the aspect of YouTube. I've already bought storage units in the past, but I always written it off kind of like, and they just showed me the opportunity. I ran a restaurants for close to 20 years, and I had bought one earlier this year. But as far as YouTube, they're smart people. Now, some people may say, big deal, YouTube, but YouTube, if you're serious about it, is a business, and for what I'm doing in my life and having to restart all over for what I went through for 2.5 years, it's an important part of what I want to do. I may not always do something that's storage unit related, but I have a background in investing and trading stocks, and I would really like to teach. I have a separate channel that I'm going to work on, and I was talking to someone today about the opportunity to do a financial education channel is tremendous because a lot of kids don't even know how to write a check. They don't know how to fill an application. And, this ain't something when you go on YouTube that you have to buy. A lot of times, you got to buy a course, you got to get special DVD. All they have to do is watch, if I can put out some valuable content that someone feels like they can learn from it and they hit that subscribe button, If I get enough subscribers, I grow my channel and have people interested in advertising and can make a living and afford me to whenever I want to take off. If I want to go to Florida for a week, I can do that. So they really showed me the opportunity of YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And we're doing a bunch of things together. They're going to be on my show Thursday when I host the 8th. And next month we're going to storage auction unit together, and we're doing a amusement park day together also as part of their fun employed because she quit her job. George did to do this full time with Jeremy, travel the country doing storage units and then doing YouTube related stuff and. They treated me great. And I'll be honest, everybody that I've met on YouTube, I'm pretty much an easy guy to get along with. I don't like, I hear some things in the background. Oh, don't watch this channel. Don't watch it. Let me make my own judgment and judge people. Life is short. We need to treat each other with love and kindness. Because you never know if tomorrow's going to be here. So
yeah,
they're great.
I watched their shows before you were on it, and he would just freak me out when he's like, "Oh, here's some crackers," and he's opening up a box of crackers that that's been in the storage unit for God only knows how long, and I'm thinking to myself, dude. You gotta
I'll tell you the truth. I told him when I first saw some of his videos, I really wasn't a big fan. And what changed, and that was a little petty for me because I was judging it on watching 2 or 3 minutes. And a lot of people like to criticize, these people, they do these thumbnails that, well, they're doing something that with the millions of videos that are out there, they have to create something that when the thumbnail, it draws attention and people are like, okay, what is that? So when they're showing, George is very pretty. So when they're maybe showing her with a car that they legitimately bought, like they bought a Jaguar about 2 weeks ago, and that was parked legitimately. I parked next to that car at their house. That wasn't, people say, yeah, right, they got a car. What they went out to California with a couple other YouTubers that do storage units, there was a family that had personal issues and financial issues. They bought all that stuff and they gave it all to that family. So they've done that several, and that really, that act of kindness really hit me that, you can do good things even doing YouTube and buying storage units. Because you get to a point in life, you only need so much money to get by. And if they're willing to give back and do those type of things, good for them.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know she had quit her job. I thought she was still working for whatever the company was.
July 3rd was her last day. Yep.
Yeah, I know it's recent.
But they're real personable. They're real. Their videos fast moving. Keep you involved in it, and they're just funny as hell.
Well, and let's be honest,
he's like a 12-year-old.
Two people. There are people that watch just for George. There are people that watch just for Jeremy. There are people that watch because they like them both together. She didn't want to do YouTube with him and stuff like that. But they're having a good. We're friends now, and we're doing stuff together, and they allow me to be me. And I when I went out there, I was a little nervous at first because they said, "Oh, what do you want to do?" And I said to them, "How about we do something?" Because they did their own video, and then I did my own. And like in their one video, you could, I don't know, it's got like 63,000 views already. Where I get pushed on this cart. That cart came out of a storage unit. I just sat. Jeremy goes, "Oh, let me push you." I'm like, "Okay." And then George was filming, and then I'm gonna push you back, and I almost fell. They were doing construction. They had a hole there, and I had a quick jump off it, and it made some entertaining part of the video. And you know what? I had a good time. I felt like a freaking 12-year-old kid. That something I never thought I would do at this age.
I'm sorry. I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at Dwayne. I stuck the link in there. I said, "Dwayne, there's the link if you want to come in." And he replied back, "I'm naked."
All right. Yeah, I don't want to be rude and cut you off. I got a message I need to answer. Someone wants to see me in a room, so I said, "Okay."
Okay.
I just wanted to pop in and say hello, Tom. I really appreciate you always giving me the opportunity to come on, meet new people, and I enjoy this. I'll be honest, and me and Craig are good friends. We banter back and forth, but Craig has been really instrumental in helping me grow my channel and helping me as a person, and I appreciate that.
Anytime.
So I'll see you guys later.
All right. Thanks for coming in, Pat.
No problem. Bye, Valerie.
All right.
But yeah, they're a channel that I follow because it's storage units. You need to get some Ricardo. You need to get some videos up. I watch storage.
I know. I do. I just haven't. I've actually been kind of shy about it. That's what for years. So I just started getting out of my shell, and I think I'm gonna start doing the videos now.
Because I like watching what people find. I guess it's nosiness. I like finding out what's in storage units. What people find and whatnot. I know this guy down in Columbia, South Carolina, who buys a lot of storage units, and his mother is like 90 years old, and she will sit and go through all the paperwork.
So do I. I go through all that paperwork.
She's looking for he goes. She's looking for money and gift cards and bearer bonds. He said, "No, that's not the damn truth. She just nosy as hell and wants to know what everybody's doing." He says, "I can throw." He says, "For Christmas, I could wrap up a box of criminal records that's come out of one of them." She'd just be happy sitting there reading through all the court documents and stuff like that. She's just nosy, but
I'm just astounded how people can put birth certificates, diplomas, and storage units. I'm like, you can put that in your closet.
Yep.
Your garage.
File folder and keep it in your drawer. When you. I mean, it's yeah. I found it was a diploma. It was her cap and gown. She was in ROTC and she had a bunch of awards and medals for junior ROTC in the storage unit. So I just stuck it in the box and I took it by the high school she graduated with, and I said, "Hey, I bought a storage unit. This girl's stuff was in there. Is there any way you could get a counselor to see if they could track her down to say, hey, your stuff is up here?" And they called the senior guidance counselor, and she came out and she said, "Sure, I'll be glad to see if I can. I would be glad to try to contact her." She said, "I'll send out a letter to her. Hopefully it'll be forwarded to wherever she's at to let her know." And she said, "That's nice of you." I said, "I just hate the thought of this child losing all of this stuff that's important just because of whatever circumstances it is, that they've had their storage unit auctioned off."
Yeah. Most managers don't they don't want the pictures back, and I'm like, I feel sorry for the people that have to throw their life away in the trash because they don't want to. Yeah, they don't want to return it to the owners. So,
they used to be. It's South Carolina. You used to have to turn all personal documents back, and North Carolina, you had to turn all personal documents back into the storage facility. I guess they went and lobbied and said, "Look, we don't have room to keep all of this stuff because people don't come back and get it."
Right.
And so you don't even have to do that now. A couple of the units, places I buy from, they if I take stuff back to them, they'll say, they'll look in the file and dial the number, and if it rings through, they'll just say, "Hey, this is the storage unit, a storage facility. We've got a bunch of your personal records that you can come get for no charge. Just come get them." And I asked her, I said, "How many times does that really happen?" And she says, "Normally if I call and say, come get it, no charge, then they come and get it. Because their shit's already been auctioned off."
Right.
And
yeah, I just don't want the owners. I've had the managers tell me, so and so wants your number so they can call you. I'm like, I don't think so.
No.
I don't want them to come to my house because you don't know. You know, they might
Mm-mm.
do something. You know, they might do something because
It's
you know
like
you bought the unit. So.
it's like I think the Hells had one where the owner or two that where the owners were at the storage auction. In
Yeah.
North Carolina and South Carolina, you're not allowed on the property the day of the auction, except unless you're going into the office to pay for it.
I guess that's to keep you from bidding on your own
Well,
unit.
that's it to keep you from bidding on it. And
It happened to me 5 times. I had 5 people do the same thing. The owners were bidding against me to get their unit back. I'm like, you know, so.
I'm sorry, you know, any documents and stuff like that, I'll be glad to bring back up to. I would tell the storage owner or the manager, storage unit manager, I would say, I'll be glad to bring all their personal papers back up here when it's convenient for me to come back, you know, to come by here. Tell them to leave you a number so they can call you. Do not give them my number.
Yeah, that's how I am.
I mean, I don't want, you know, I feel bad for these people for what. First of all, the stuff that's in the units I have bought, I don't know why they're storing it in the first place. I mean, I bought one that had 12 pairs of Nikes. Why do you not have these under your bed, you know, in your closet? Why are you paying all this money for
piles of dirty clothes?
Yeah, boxes and boxes of unpaid bills. I bought one storage unit one time that had 12 boxes of unpaid bills and crash like that. If there hadn't have been a bag with some Nikes in it, excuse me, and there was a couple of like track phones that actually worked, I would, you know, I would have lost my $10 off the unit. You know, I ended up making like $150, $200 off the unit because of the Nikes. But why do people? I don't understand why people save all that crap. If you're not going to pay the bills, throw them in the trash.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, that's one. Like I said, we talked about it one night on the Thursday show, and we told people that, you know, you got to have a means to dispose of this stuff. You got to have a process to be able to handle it. You know, you can't buy a storage unit if you don't have something to haul a bunch of furniture.
Or a way to dispose of trash.
Yeah, the piles of trash, the clothes and stuff like that. Now, all the clothes, I'll go through and I'll pick out stuff that I can either sell or, you know, my kids can destroy wearing them. But the rest of it, I take it to a laundromat that is owned by a guy who's real big with his churches. They have a big closet, they call it, that has nothing but clothes for like homeless people and stuff like that. I go up there and I run them through the wash machine, and he gives me a card, or they give me a card. I basically pay for half of it. You know, if it's gonna cost $6 for a load, I pay for $3 of it, and then then they dry them, and they take them to the closet to be, you know, to give away. Goodwill doesn't want clothes. They got enough clothes. I took 3 bags of clothes to the Goodwill near my house. I said, I got some clothes. He said, we really don't need any clothes. I said, does any of the other ones need any clothes? He said, no, they don't really need any clothes either. And he said, look back over there, and they have this big old blue. They got these big old blue containers that they put all their stuff in. He said, we've got 12 of these things back there, full of clothes that we haven't gone through. So,
yeah, I just get to the point. I start the flea market, and then I just put a box, and I just put I put toys and stuff, and I just put free. You know, it could be polo shirts, whatever. I don't really care. You know, I just give it to the poor. Yeah. So
I did a yard sale, and I had a bunch of clothes, and I washed all of them and had them out. And I had, you know, the grocery bag size. That's $5 to fill a bag.
Wow.
And there's some people that would fold those clothes up so they could, you know, have a bag full. And by the end of the day, I was like, $5 and take what you want. just to get rid of them. Just to get rid of them.
Mm-hmm.
And but it's a lot of work. It's and if you run into a storage unit that it's got complications, like I didn't buy it, but this guy right beside me, or right beside the bin that I bought, he bought one that they had a meth lab in it.
Wow.
It was a 10 by 20, and there was like boxes of stuff in the front, and then he said that you'd push back like 3 boxes and you could walk through behind it, and they had battery powered lamps back there, and he said big banks of batteries to run the grow lights, and because they had some growable stuff back there, but they had a meth lab set up back there. So he had to call the law, and the law came out there, and they confiscated everything in the storage unit, which he ended up getting the money back from the storage facility. But he also buys a lot of them from the company, from the Charlotte area, from the same kind of company of storage units, Extra Storage. And so I guess they felt like if they pissed him off, he'd quit buying stuff. But I haven't had any situations like that.
I bought a unit one time for I think it was $5, and it was a 10 by 40 or something like that, and it was full of carpet remnants, and it took me 3 weeks to clean it out, 3 whole weeks, and I ended up making like $4,000, and in the process of transferring the tile, I ended up getting 2 fractured ribs because that's because how heavy it was. But it was worth it though, and I still have tile in my garage. In my garage and my trash bins, I got tile everywhere. So
the guy that I was talking about earlier, that his mother likes to go through all the paperwork. He bought a bin, and there was a car hidden behind the boxes. It took him forever to get the title on that daggum automobile. And actually, if he hadn't have been able to make progress with it the day he did, he was getting ready to strip it and start selling it for parts. I mean, he had documentation saying it was his, so he wasn't selling a stolen car. Well, first thing he did was he called to make sure it was not stolen. He gave the police the VIN number, and it wasn't stolen. So, but he was able to get the title for it, and he ended up selling it for like $3,000. He said he probably had $5,000 in his time trying to get the title straightened out on it. So, it's not always, you hear people talk about, oh man, I like to find a car in one of these things.
No, you really don't want to.
I said, nah, not unless it's an exotic car or a race car or something like that. Because the same guy got a Harley Davidson. He bought one, had a Harley Davidson in it, and he chased that title. I guess he chased that title 6 months, but it was worth it because that Harley Davidson was worth like $45,000.
Wow!
But
it's a lot of work. I think I need to do videos where I start from the beginning and clean it out, because there's people that I've seen on Storage Wars, they come in and then they get their items out, but you don't see that before or during or after, the work. It's a lot of work.
It does. You got a lot of boxes you got to go through. Mm-hmm. That's a lot of time. That's the reason I like Storage Auction Pirate, is because they usually, when they buy a bin, they usually go through it there and sort it before they, this goes in the trash, this is going to the warehouse, this is going to the yard sale or to that flea market thing they do.
Or it's going to my wife.
You get to see all of the crap that's in there.
Yeah, and I don't think a lot of people do that. You always just see the big finds and stuff like that,
And I don't know. I've gotten stuff that's sold for $100, $150. To me, that's a big find. Most people are like, that's not worth the hassle. Well, when you spend $20 for something and you can get $300 or $400 out of it, all right, that's a pretty good return for my retired self.
The way I look at stuff like that is my labor is the easiest thing for me to invest.
Mhm.
It may not physically be easy, but from a monetary perspective, it's the easiest thing for me to invest is my time.
Because, your time is not worth anything to the IRS.
Right.
No.
I mean, it's not. But it's just, yeah, I've gone to, I do that like storage treasures, the online auctions. But I've gone to the live ones, and people just go crazy over it. There was one guy, I went to one auction. There was a guy that I know that he has a big thrift store. He's got like an F-350 truck with a 45-foot trailer behind it. He comes to buy storage units. And about halfway through it, he said, I think I'm going to go have lunch. He said, because apparently I'm not going to buy anything here today because people were buying, they were paying like $1,300, $1,400 for stuff that normally would go $600 and $700.
Mhm.
And he's like, I'm not going to be able to buy anything here. And I stayed, and another guy was staying. And a little bit later on, Paul came back by, and he was like, has anybody have the prices started going down yet? And we said, well, I think people are starting to run out of money because they're not quite as high as they were. So he ended up staying, and they had like 16 units that were doing. He got like the last 4 of them or that time, because people had run out of money. And it was just incredible, because he was like, did you fellas see $1,600 worth of stuff in there? And we're like, not what we can see, because you can only see what you can see. You can't see what's in boxes and that type of thing.
Yep.
But these people go crazy. They were going crazy at these things, and I haven't been to a live one in maybe a year or so. So I don't know whether it's quiet down or not. But every time, the channel that runs Storage Wars, they'll run a marathon. Every time they run a marathon, then you go to another store, you go to your next storage auction, and people are buying like crazy, running the price up. But
Tom, I'm gonna go.
All right.
Thank you for having me. Thanks.
You're
Nice to
welcome.
meet you, Ricardo, and
Same here.
see y'all later.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. Good night.
Yeah, I only buy a storage units that has boxes and no furniture. I like dust.
Right.
Anything that has dust, that's what I buy, and it turns out pretty good. I mean, I've been buying it for 18 years, and I only had one bad unit. That was it. So
I'm with you. I like boxes and I like bags.
Bags, yeah.
I like gym bags or luggage.
Oh yeah, no.
But
jewelry boxes.
It's amazing. It's just amazing that what people leave in these storage units that they could, like suitcases. I bought one unit, had 6 suitcases full of stuff in them. It was clothes and cosmetics and that kind of stuff. Why they just didn't take them home, take them to the garbage? Because the bill was like $400, and I got it for $20, and there was not 400 to, I mean, I ended up making money off of it, but there was not $400 worth of stuff in there. They could have went probably and they had that unit for a year with what they had in it. Let's say he used to have more stuff in it. They could have went out and replaced whatever they had in those bags, the clothes, the cosmetics and whatnot.
Right.
It's
Yeah, one time I went to a thrift store, and I guess he was selling it, and I didn't know. And I went in there, and I went to buy some lights, and I went the next day, and I told him, how much for the CDs, and he goes $80 for like 4,000 CDs, and from then on, I ended up buying the whole thrift store for $80, but I had to get it out in 3 days.
Yeah.
So it's pretty good. I made some money.
I ask, I'll share a secret with you and everybody else, the other 11 people that's still in the audience. I was at our local thrift, our Goodwill, and I said, what would you sell me this whole bin of box of the big blue rolling carts? What would you sell me that whole bin for of books? And he's like, I don't know. I have to get I have to talk to my manager about it, or talk to the district manager. And that was only a couple of days ago. I'd like to, if it's cheap enough, because you'll probably say, but you can't bring them back.
Right.
Because that's another thing they have too many of is books. But he's like, I would love to sell you this bin full of books, because I would go through them and find out what's either eBay or Amazonable, and what's left over I would take to Rock Hill, which is nearby, to one of their Goodwills or one of their thrift stores down there, or just split them up and take them to different places, just to be able to go sit down and go through 1,000 books at one. Get the scanner out and just go beep, 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 and move on about it.
Right. And you could probably get rid of those if you had to. Just put an ad on Facebook and put them out on the street and say they're free.
Yeah.
They'd get gone.
Yeah.
Or you take it back to the Goodwill, go at nighttime and just leave it there in the drop site, and that's what.
If I did that, I would take it to one that was not in the, like in Charlotte, I'd take it down to Rock Hill or over to Monroe or someplace like that.
Yeah.
Just to kind of make sure everybody's kept happy, because I think that would be a pretty good gig if you could get it
cheap
set
enough.
up. Because I've looked at their books and I've seen the same books sitting there, for months and months and months. Because people are not there for books. I mean, some people go in there for books and VHSs. I mean, that kind of DVDs, CDs, and really, we don't even have that many CDs anymore at the one that's right near my house.
Wow.
People are in there shopping for clothes, and the hard goods suck. I mean, they don't have.
They have an online store. You know that, right? Goodwill has an online store where they sell all their good stuff, and just sell all their mediocre stuff in the store.
I'm sure they probably have somebody at because we have a bins. We have an outlet, and I'm sure that all the stuff that goes through there, they probably got people back there like scanning books and CDs and stuff like that.
Jewelry and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I've never seen a jewelry jar at any of our Goodwills, and it seems like it seems like a lot of other places have jewelry jars in their Goodwills, but we don't. Well, listen, guys, it is 12:30.
It's kind of late. Yeah.
I got to get up in 4.5 hours.
My week has been crazy. My daughter, I've got my 26-year-old daughter lives at home and doesn't have a car, so I have to take her to work. 2 days this week, she had to be at work at 5 a.m. in the morning.
Dang.
It's killed
thank
me.
you for thank you for having me and stuff, and
anytime.
nice talking to you and stuff. So.
Anytime you see me live, jump in here and
the first one's free. After the first one, you have to pay to come on now.
No, you just have to bring 10 new subscribers with you each time.
Yeah, that's accepted.
I think that's the way you need to do it. But thank you guys for coming in, and thank you for everybody that's still out in the audience. I appreciate y'all coming in.
I can't believe it's 11:30. I didn't realize it was that late.
It was late.
Oh, that's right. It's only 11:30 for you.
But I did get up 4:30 this morning, so
Okay. Well, listen, guys, thanks for coming in.
enjoyed.
Thank you, Tom.
Thanks, Tom.
Thanks.
All right.